Yeah, didn't see me on the banner, did you? Today, we want to welcome you all to the All Rise Messy Night Court session. Presiding over the court today will be our prosecutor, Mace Monroe, defense counsel, D. California Cutie. We will have the expert witness, Mrs. Ranting with Ricardo. Now, may we please all rise for the Judge Nola Reed.
Hey, baby, welcome to the All Rise Night Messy Court, okay? Where the cases are ours, the decision is ours, and we are here for your entertainment. Will we sentence them or will we set them free? I am not here to argue any counsel. I see my favorite troll, okay, is already in the chat. Now, know this, okay? This is an interactive court, so feel free, okay, to put your comments in the chat. But understand, if you get feisty, you will be held in contempt of court. And for those of you who don't see, the judge is in her robe. So let me see who we actually have in the court with us tonight, okay? All right, Linda Gamble, how are you? Welcome to the court. So Debonair, my brother, he is the brother of the judge, also the bodyguard of the judge. If anybody tries to get out of line and come for the judge, no, I'm always protected, baby, okay? Hey, Miss Neva Smith, how are you? Hey, Love 7829D. You know we love you, my girl. We know we love you, my girl. Hey, Cleopatra Penda. Hey, Chef Don Don. Yes, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Chef Don Don if you are not subscribed. And also the ladies on this channel. I have to go back and add Thick because Prosperity Thick Girl, who is my bailiff. Because we were still working out her contract. Okay. We were still working out her contract to secure her because they had her in another court and I wanted her present in my court. And so we have to go back and add her, but everyone else's is that the link for their channel is in the description box, and Prosperity Thick Girls will be added as well. Hey, Foxy and family, how are you? Ellen V, I am so glad you posted reporting for Messy Jewelry because after this one next week, with this court will be interactive. And what I mean by interactive is the first 12 people in the chat, guess what? You all will be our jury on next Thursday, and you all will select the foreman. You will let me know, okay, who's your foreman, and you all will get together in the comments and decide guilty or innocent, and then you will pass your verdict to me. If you are unable to reach a verdict, then the judge, okay, will render a verdict. But this court will be interactive, okay, as well. So just know next week, if you want to be on a jury, baby, be one of the first 12 people in the chat. Hey, Q Gamer, how are you? Hey, Melissa, how are you? Yes, it is Judge Nola tonight. Hey, Carol, how are you? Hey, Monique King, my favorite troll. And I have a feeling you may be one of the first people that I hold in contempt of court. You're gonna love it because I love your trolling. I love your trolling. Hey, Too Feisty. I'm the judge tonight, so there will be no shouldering or no cleavaging. Okay, I have to be respectable as the judge. That's why I went got this new judge help for y'all. Okay, I hope y'all the judge
You
enjoy.
look nice, Judge. You look nice.
Thank you, but
No kissing up to the judge, ma'am. No kissing up to the judge.
there will be no sucking up to the judge because it will not render me one way or the other in your favor. Thank you. Chef Don Don, I am glad you love it already. Linda Gamble, again, my boo, saying hey to Too Feisty. Okay, yes, all the ladies are coming through. We wanted to give y'all courthouse realness, okay, because we are taking this serious. Hey, Carissa, how are you? Hey, Kay Hayes, how are you? Hey, Ray Bay. Oh, our good brother Shady, who provided one of the pictures for the docket for evidence tonight. Shout out to Shady, okay? And I will give him his just due, okay, when it comes up to that picture for that docket, okay? Hey, Melissa, how are you? You've been waiting on this? Well, baby, wait no more. We are here, okay?
Judge, you have a super chat in the queue.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Thank you, LSV, for the super chat. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We appreciate it and we love you for supporting the night court. Okay. Ranting with the baby face. Yes, that is our expert witness. Come through, Kimmy Nicole. You love this. I am so glad, you guys, because I was so nervous on how you guys were going to be feeling about the night courts. Hey, Big Queen. Shit. Oh, I love that name. Am I supposed to be cussing in the court? But then again, I am the judge and I am drinking and cussing within the court because it is my courtroom. Grab your drinks because these trials will be messy. Andrea Jones, how are you? Hey, Chris Rush, how are you? Hey, Paige, how are you? What you say? And if you got warrants, please keep it mute because my bailiff do have her handcuffs. Okay. And let me just say, this is an all black female court rand production. I'm just saying, let me point that out. Okay. Hey, Linda Gamble. Hey, House of the Princess, the mother of the channel. Hey, Cover Girl DST. How are you? Hey, Scorpion. Oh, that's Scorpio. Oh my God. Not the judge can't read. It's the new hair. It's the new hair. Now I'm just playing. I have on my judge voice tonight, you guys. This is my judge voice. Hey, vintage 1970. How are you? No playing with the dog toys in the courtroom set. Thank you. All right. Hey, I'm Rick James. Hey, okay. I am loving it. I am loving all the love. Yes, we are dressed for court for real, baby. We wanted to take this very seriously, okay? We wanted some people to know they are in the courts for real, for real. Hey, Louisiana Chick 318. Hey, Bernie. Well, first of all, this is the auntie of the channel, and we're gonna give her all respect. Auntie Bernice, okay? Put y'all some glasses in the chat for Auntie Bernice, okay? Put y'all some glasses in the chat. Hey, DeQuasia, my love. Y'all make sure y'all go follow and subscribe to my good girl, DeQuasia G. Okay, she give life talks, she reviews shows, and baby, she give it to you on a nice, like she will read people so calmly. And she one of them people that will read you, and then you sit back and be like, damn, she just read the dog shit out of them. But it was so calming and peaceful. And I love it. Okay. I love it. I love somebody who can read and it become calming. Baby, yes, I am channeling my inner Judge Judy. And right now I want to take a moment of silence for my fellow judge, Judge Lynn Tolliver, as she had the passing of her husband. So the court will give a moment of silence out of respect for our fellow court officer, Judge Lynn Tolliver, and her family. And with that being said, hello to everybody else in the chat. We love you. We love you. Hey, the Candy Shop. I am glad y'all here. Make sure you go subscribe to the Candy Shop, okay? Yes, now this is how you do courts. Yes, this is how you do courts. And with that being said, we are going to do our first case. Okay. Our first case, this court tonight is inspired none other than the Housewives of Potomac ladies. Okay. Oh my God. Is the docket missing from the court office? It is. Give me 1 second. I do apologize. Oh my God. I need a new stenographer. Give me 1 second, you guys. Did not put all of my dockets upon.
Excuse me, Judge. May I speak?
You may speak.
Thank you. I'm not quite sure if you know, but in the beginning of our show, that our music didn't play. I don't know if anybody else heard it. It might have played on your end, but it wasn't playing on our end.
Oh,
Judge.
It wasn't working on my end. It worked on y'all.
I didn't hear it either.
Okay.
Yeah, Judge.
Y'all
Don't
didn't hear
come for the judge. Don't come for the judge and her music. It played, ma'am. Just get your equipment fixed. Do not blame the judge. It's not her fault.
you were not in the stream, so therefore it did not play for you.
Your fault.
This is Zoom court. This is Zoom court.
Okay, just
So,
last.
so when your mic isn't on, you don't hear. And
How
please,
you on twice?
please don't disrespect the judge in court again.
Our
Because
equipment works.
docket, I am the judge and the court stenographer at the same time. So I had to add the docket. First up on the court is the case of the copycat.
I thought that was my job, Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry. First up on the docket, go ahead, bailiff.
First thing on the docket today is the incomparable, the grand dame of Potomac, Miss Karen Huger. The thruple is the name of this case.
No, it's the copycat is the name of this case.
But you told me thruples, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Now you just revealed the next case on the docket. I think my bailiff been drinking wine with me. This case,
I think my boss had told me thruple, but
I might have had to put you wrong because the judge have been drinking. Okay,
yes,
so the first
because
case
my kid girl do that to you. I'm sorry. It's the copycat.
is the copycat by Karen Huger. Prosecuting attorney Mason Monroe.
We, the people, bring charges up the grand dame for being a copycat. Word to the curb is that she is copying off of Roberto, aka Mr. Robinson, and Giselle, aka Gizzard Neck. We intend to prove that she stole their idea and try to take it and make it into a variety show. And we intend to prove that today in this courtroom.
Next up, for opening statements, we have the defense attorney, California Cutie.
Hello, Judge. I'm here on behalf of my client, Karen, the Grand Dame. She is being accused of being a copycat. That is an untruth, that is preposterous, and that is dreadful. Okay? And I will defend my client to the end, and I will present my case to the court and let you know that she is just like anybody else, has hopes and dreams from a small town called Surrey. Okay? She's from a small town called Surrey where the biggest thing is peanuts. So, to be accused of stealing an idea it's beyond me. And I will prove my case today. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, ladies. We have heard your opening statements in the case. The prosecution now will have the case in its hand. Prosecution, it is Prosecutor Mace. It is your turn, okay, to go ahead and present any case, any evidence, and any factual statements that you have towards this case.
First off, let's start with saying she calls herself the Grand Dame. Didn't she copy that name from someone else? Isn't there other Grand Dames before her? She's known to be a copycat. We've seen from the beginning of this show, Real Housewives of Potomac, Karen has been copying ideas from the beginning. Let's go back. Let's press to the middle, right to Wendy Osefo, candle idea. I think she started it first. And then all of a sudden, the Grand Dame has to come out with candles. She's been copying for the longest, and we have proof. It's is video evidence of her being a copycat. She even copied the name for her husband, the Black Bill Gates. She stole that name. She's been stealing for years. She even stole Surrey County when she fraudulently slid down that slide and she wasn't even in Surrey County. She's a liar and she's a copier. I rest my case.
You're resting your case already. There's no evidence. There's no anything. You're just resting your case.
No, we're going to take a brief pause and we're going to wait for the rebuttal of the defense.
Defense attorney.
Let the record show that Karen started this season, right? On a spring fling. That was a celebration of life, correct?
Correct.
So with that alone, that means we're going to live life to the fullest. That means I'm going to do it all. And as far as her name, I mean, that's like saying there's not only one California. I'm sure. I know there's not only one Karen in the world.
I object, Your Honor. I object. So if it's not her name, what about her husband's name?
Excuse me. First of all, please wait for me to acknowledge you in the court. We will have decorum and
I apologize, Your Honor.
In the courtroom.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Proceed, Judge.
You may
Was I able to object?
No. Go ahead with your objection, and then the defense.
I object. I said she's been copying for years. She's an antique copier, and she even. What do we have to say about Ray's name? Calling him the Black Bill Gates. She's forcing him down a copying river that he didn't even want to be a part of.
May I speak now? Those are titles. Those are. Excuse me, Judge. You say yes?
Yes. Go ahead.
The Black Bill Gates is merely a nickname. The prosecutor and the people act like she is here going to go get an ID in the Grand Dame's name. She's not. That's a title. That's not a name. And the Black Bill Gates nickname. That's what she wants to call him. That's it. It's BBG. Okay? So don't get mad at that. But continuing on with my defense. So she already had a zest for life. So Giselle and Robin have a podcast, correct? There is a podcast, and it's called Reasonably Shady. And I'm trying to understand where they're getting this copycat thing from, because my client, Karen, the Grand Dame, Hugo, she has an experience. He has the Grand Dame experience. Has nothing to do with a podcast. So for me, I don't see any copying of such sorts. My thing is, she is entertaining thoroughly. She's not sitting down and speaking on something that she can do on the computer in front of everyone. She could have did it. They could have did that on a Zoom call, like we're doing right now. But my client, the Grand Dame, she's having an experience. There's something to see here. Okay. So there's no copycat here. I don't understand where the people are coming from, but there's no copycat here. Okay.
Now, before the prosecution comes with its rebuttal, I would ask, that our resident sleuth of the court, Ranting Ricardo, do you have any rebuttals either for or against the prosecution?
Against the prosecution, Judge.
Against the prosecution, go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, it is a podcast that was live hosted by Reasonably Shady. That was for a podcast. Miss Karen Hugo has said multiple times that hers was a variety show. Personally, I considered it dinner theater, but going off the facts, she said it was a variety show. Her variety show was called Evening with the Grand Dame and Friends. Theirs was just Reasonably Shady Live podcast. You see, Evening I want everyone to remember that, with the Grand Dame and friends, which means Karen Hugo, the Grand Dame, who, thank you to a few of my PIs out there, also let us know that when Giselle Bryant did give her that name. So see, she didn't steal anything. It was given to her. And it was called the Grand Dame and Friends because she brought her friends along. But as I continue, she hosted the show. She was not the main attraction. That's one thing off the list because she was the host. She was the main host. She was not the main attraction. The and Friends part were. She went on tour with her show. If you didn't know, she took this on tour. The Reasonably Shady, it was just like one show. They just did like one little bitty, live show. She actually took it on tour. So once again, no copycatting. Survey, the BBG was at all the shows. I don't remember seeing Juan Dixon at all the shows. Only heard about one show. Don't remember seeing him at all the shows.
Excuse me 1 second. The judge is going to strike that from all potential witnesses, okay, about Juan Dixon not being present, as Juan Dixon is not on trial here, and him not being present is not relevant, as Juan Dixon is never here. Go ahead.
Okay, Judge. She got the idea to have a little cozy environment, not in a big, how can I say this, auditorium. We're not in high school anymore. She got the idea to have it in a cozy environment, like we are talking to friends, like we are hosting a good old little dinner party at your home from the BBG, because he used to do that for her to get all close and comfortable on those cold winter nights. Yes. They also said they had Hennessy, but that's just what I heard. Back to the evidence. Also, I would like to point out that the Grand Dame and friends included Jasmine Masters. You must know her for being the gift meme queen and also from RuPaul's Drag Race. Kennedy Davenport was at the New York City event. You also know her for being one of the best drag queens and from RuPaul's Drag Race. We had multiple comedians. At said event, she did do meet and greets with her, people that came out to see the and friends and the Grand Dame. She took pictures with them. She was very happy to hug them and have conversations.
Excuse me, Miss Cheryl Liberian Cayenne Pepper. The judge would remind you that this is a court of law. And speaking of Juan Dixon being in the bathhouses, okay, with one Michael Darby, which they may be brought to trial if the prosecutors bring them to trial, but right now they're not on trial. So we don't want to draw the attention of the court away from what the actual trial is. One more misstep out of line like that, even though you are my favorite Liberian Cayenne Pepper, I will have to hold you in contempt of court. I love you, but we're going to keep it to the case. Thank you. Go ahead.
And I'm itching to use my handcuffs.
I would also like to add that she also had Crystal Waters' performance. Well, it was a beautiful performance. You can find the video on Karen's YouTube channel.
Hey, I can see that.
I would also like to point out that as everyone was performing, drag.
I love Crystal Waters. Wait a minute. I may have to jump sides because I love Crystal Waters. Now, I wake up early.
Excuse me, ma'am. The judge did not call on you. The judge never called on you.
Approach the bench. Approach the bench, prosecuting attorney Mace. In this court,
yes,
you will remain respectful. You will hold your composure in my court. You will have decorum and respect and decorations, as our dear sister Wanda says. One more outburst like that, and I will hold you in contempt of court. Do you want to have a mistrial for your client?
Sorry, Your Honor. It was just Crystal Waters. I got a little excited. I apologize.
Why are you talking, ma'am? Ma'am. You need to stop talking. The judge was talking.
Thank you, my good and trusty bailiff. Okay. Thank you. Okay. One more outburst like that, and I will declare a mistrial and have you removed from the case. Expert, you may.
And yet again, I am itching to use my handcuff.
Okay, continuing. As the drag queens were performing, Jasmine Masters, Kennedy Davenport, the people were tipping them. I also want to point out that when it comes to Bravo and saying that the use of the song, how much money was spent for the song that when Jasmine Masters performed, it does not reflect on the Grand Dame. It reflects on Bravo and how much money they were willing to spend to get the licensing for the song. The Grand Dame had nothing to do with it. It's more about the network and what they are willing to spend for the song that played.
Excuse me, Judge. I see some comments in the chat that aren't pleasing, but what we won't do, Mr. So Debonair, I understand this is your sister, but we will not do is call this court anything near the word ghetto, as Wanda says.
This is drunken night court, okay? It's allowed to be a little
Ghetto.
Just a little ghetto, not ghetto. Okay.
But you don't get to call it out, sir. Thank you. Again, I'm listening to use my handcuff.
But I do have a question. No, there's only one bailiff. There's only one bailiff. Our bailiff is Prosperity Thick Girl, and we can't afford to pay her enough. So go ahead and get your cups by Thick Girl, because we can't pay her too much to be a bailiff. So she got to have her a side job.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, ma'am.
Judge.
And our expert witness is ranting with Ricardo. Okay. I wait, hold up. I saw someone say they were late walking in my court. I believe it was Sweet P. Okay, Sweet P, next time you are late in my court, 10-day fine. 10-day time in jail with a $350,000 fine for being late to my court. Okay, I will hold you in contempt. Be on time next time, interrupting the services of the court. Now, I have a question for this expert witness. Are you in fact saying that Bravo was actually too cheap to pay for the licensing, so said music could be played, thus trying to make it seem like Karen's show was as pitiful as the reasonably shady broadcast?
Yes, I also have 2 more pieces of evidence, but yes, they were way too cheap to actually pay for the licensing of not just the songs that were sung by Jasmine Masters, but all the music that was used down to the DC Improv by the DJ that is there. They were very cheap. Just very cheap, Judge. So cheap.
Got you. Okay, now I'm ready for the prosecution to render her next set of arguments before she rests her case.
Well, I
You're
would
the,
like to
you're
say,
the prosecutor, man.
you know,
Mason Monroe, you're the prosecutor.
Yes, I understand I'm the prosecutor, but I had no idea about Crystal Waters was performing, and I'm a little excited about that. But we're going to stick at the task at hand, because the people has paid me to bring this case upon the court to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Karen Huger is simply a copycat. First of all, what about the candles? We have to go back to these candles. Wendy came up with this idea that she brought to Karen. She brought to Karen and she asked for her expertise and her advice on these candles. So therefore, Karen knew that this was Wendy's idea. Why would she go and pick up candles? She already has that wig line we never see. She always has that La Dame no one ever smelled. Now candles. Now she wants to do a variety show. Who does she think she is? Carol Burnett? She's not. She's simply a copycat. She saw that Giselle, aka Rings of Saturn neck, and Robin, aka, she saw them doing their thing and she wanted some of that attention. Bottom line, Karen Huger is a copycat, and I employ the court. I implore you to please find her guilty of this mischievous crime of being a copycat. And I rest my case, Your Honor.
Now, before you rest your case, the judge does have a question for the prosecution and the defense to answer. In seasons before, we did see that the Grand Dame did state when she had her La Dame opening that she was going to venture out into home essentials as well. So is this truly a case of copycatting? in the case of the candle, or was this the extension of what she had to say? Prosecution, you are prosecuting her. Defense attorney, you are defending her. So I need to know, did you speak to your client, and did she have anything on record, since she did state that she was going to start a Home Essential lines when she introduced her La Dame perfume that showed that 3-wick candles, not 1 wick, not 2 wick, but 3-wick candles were something that she was going to do. And I need that evidence presented in court if you have it. Go ahead, prosecution, so you can rest.
You asked me for the evidence?
No, somebody needs to have the evidence. Y'all can't. If nobody have the evidence of this, I need you both to approach the bench, because this is faulty on both sides.
We have the evidence that she copied
on
the candle. Is a video recorded evidence that she copied the candle idea from Wendy.
Is it video recorded when she said seasons prior to Wendy being on the TV that she was going to extend into Home Essentials? Candles is a point of Home Essentials. Did you come before the court unprepared, prosecutor?
I feel like that everyone is picking on the prosecution, and because everyone knows Karen is a copycat. She's a copycat. She doesn't have an original idea in her body. When was she original? She wasn't even original sliding down that slide. Anytime that she wanted to bring up a project, it was because someone else was doing it. Let's be clear. Giselle at her next had the makeup line. Then she wanted to come out with a perfume line. Then someone else was doing something. Then she wanted to come out with a hair line. Bottom line, the grand dame is a grand thief.
Excuse me, Shatanaja girl. This court holds you in contempt of court, $500,000 fine, and 20 days in the slammer for exposing my brother's bedroom business. Go ahead, defense.
Who's exposing bedroom business?
Hold on 1 second, Miss Chatown. Can you please come and put your hands behind your back? I have to take you to the pokey. Sorry, ma'am. And you can't comment for another 5 minutes. I'm sorry. That's the only way we can put you in jail, because it's virtual. So that is your punishment.
Don't take the timeouts personal. It's just part of the virtual contempt of court.
I know. We're gonna take that 5 minutes. It's 5:43. Your last comment. You can't come into 5:58.
Okay, go ahead, defense attorney.
Okay. I'm really appalled. I'm really appalled at the people right now. For one, Judge, I know you want to have something physical evidence, but the mere fact that you know seasons prior to, the mere fact that you brought that up yourself, that you know that she said that she was going to do home essential things, part of the program, like I said, it's beyond me. And like I said before.
And wait a minute, how's the judge getting in the middle? We're gonna have to get real. We are in the ghetto because the judge is not supposed to be saying nothing about the prosecution, about the thing. You just judge.
I don't know who you're talking to, ma'am. I don't know who you're talking to. But one thing I do know that you're not talking to the judge. You want to put your hands behind your back, ma'am.
You only get one person bringing evidence. The judge is not supposed to bring up evidence.
The judge can do whatever she wants. Yes, she can. You know what? Mute this lady. She's in contempt. Mute the lady that is in contempt of court, please.
Let me address the prosecution real quick. While I'm pouring my wine,
I'm trying to get in. Never mind. Go ahead.
In my cup. This is my court, and I can ask whatever it is that I want to ask. Because if you do not properly,
the judge is being biased. I call for mistrial. A mistrial. The judge is being biased.
First of all, I am not. I haven't even rendered my decision yet. Second of all, I'm reclaiming time for the defense attorney. I need you to hush, or your fine will be $1 million. And you will be held in contempt of court, and I will bring you before the Bar Association of New York. This is not a court where we're going to laugh and joke. I need you to take off your sunglasses, please. This is a court of law. What we will do And y'all know when I put my glasses down, what it mean? I need y'all to put y'all glasses in the chat. What we will do is respect my court. I am not a judge to be played with at all. Go ahead, defense attorney, because I'm sick already and we still have 3 more cases to get through.
And neither is her bailiff. Know that.
Let's go.
Thank you, Judge, and thank you for gagging the prosecution. Thank you so very much.
Making a mockery of the court, $600,000 fine to be added to the prosecution tab. I need her to uncover your mouth and stop whipping your ponytail back and forth like you're Willow Smith. This is not the time to whip your hair back and forth.
I'm trying to be on a gag order.
Let's go. Go ahead, prosecution.
It's not hard. Stop talking. That's all you got to do, and you're gagged.
So getting back, we are really when we're talking about the ring of necks and the orange monster from Bugs Bunny. We are talking apples and oranges. Those two don't go together. Now, it's very entertaining to hear about the candles and her being copycatted. I wish I could. I really wish that I could show you how many candle lines there are in the world. That is not an original. You think that Wendy Ocepho, my God, Wendy Ocepho came with the candle line and that the Grand Dame is going to follow behind Wendy of all people, the person that she almost didn't like in the beginning? No, we're not doing that. So no, she's not a copycat. She's actually an innovator. Okay, let's get it straight. Karen Huger is an innovator. Okay, so just like I said, you're right, Judge. I don't have physical proof, but the fact that you already knew that in previous seasons that the Grand Dame said that she was going to do this in a home essential line. I mean, I don't know what else I can say, but that unless you can look it up and somebody owns the right to a home essentials, candles, parfum, makeup, we can do it all. Us women, we can do it all. So just on that alone, the defense arrests on Karen is not a copycat. She's not a biter. She's not, she just, you're mad that she has titles and that she is a woman of a particular age and she's doing her thing. That's all I can really say. The hate is real, Judge. The hate is real. The defense.
Judge, we've missed our time. You are in contempt of court. I don't want to see no people running across the screen from your message. We don't want to see no words, ma'am. Can you please be in contempt of court? Thank you.
Run. She was Beyonce.
Yeah, she was trying to run, and we don't do that. You're locked up, ma'am. You can't get out. We won't let you out.
Do you rest, defense attorney?
I did. I rest with 100% sure. I'm positively sure that Karen Grand Dame Huger is no one's copycat. No one's copycat. Defense rests.
And with that being said,
Miss Louisiana chick, don't come for the bailiff. You can't. My handcuffs are itching again. Do not come for the bailiff. I am doing the job that I would pay an advertisement for Cups by Thick Girl to do. Okay. Okay.
And with that being said, where did this prosecuting attorney really is taking my court?
I'm sorry. I took a sip and almost fainted. It was.
Are you?
You know what? And that says bye, bitch, in my courtroom.
Oh, I don't mean for it to say. I don't mean for. I'm really hot. I haven't had a drink. I'm really sweating for real. Seriously.
Take the sweater off, ma'am. Take the sweater off.
I'm old. I'm old. I'm well moisturized, but I could be going through the change. Hot flash.
The people are posting bail for Shantai Naja girl.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. And with that being said, the judge was going to be gagging at the bye, bitch, man. And with that being said, I am ready to hear closing arguments for the prosecution.
she's a straight up copycat. She copied. She took the show from the Monster and Giselle. She just added 2 more wicks to a candle idea that she stole from somebody else. Home essentials and all that other stuff. She was talking about bed sheets. She was not thinking about candles until Wendy brought it up. So therefore, she just a copycat. I rest.
And with that being said, we will now hear from closing statements from the defense.
I just really feel like the people and the prosecutor don't understand that any and everyone can make any home essential anything that they want. I really feel like the Grand Dame is being hated on basically because she did it bigger and better, and they don't like it. And for me, she didn't break no laws. She didn't hurt anyone. She's actually making houses smell better. So, don't be mad because she did it bigger and better. That's what the Grand Dame does. She does it bigger and better. Hence the Grand Dame experience. Giselle and Robin need to take notes from her while they think that she's copying someone. They need to take notes. So for me, she's not a copycat. She did her own thing and she did it her way, just like Frank Sinatra. The defense rests.
And with that being said, the judge is going to take a moment to deliberate, and I'll be back with a verdict.
The judge leaves the bench to go and retire to her chamber.
Verdict. Who? Monique King? That could be my cousin.
Excuse me, ma'am. Just because the judge isn't up there anymore does not mean that you can cut a rug and have no decoration.
What am
We can talk during the break. Because we got to keep the people entertained. See, Monique King.
But we gotta have some decoration when we do.
All us Kings are related.
What you want me to read?
About telling people your real last name.
Huh?
I know. That's what I see. What you want me to do?
I can't.
What you need? What you need?
Yeah, no. I know. I can't see
what
nothing.
name are you looking
at? In real life, you can't see.
What's image? What's that?
Because that's what Wanda says. Wanda don't say they're envious of her. They say they image her. So that's why we always say image.
Oh.
I am back here trying to keep. I am back here trying to keep myself composed. Y'all are hilarious. You did not say that damn lady. Hold, let me find the comment because I.
No, it's sidebar because it's hard for me to prosecute.
I'm so glad
I love Karen. Karen's one of my favorites, so it's hard for me to prosecute her. I love Karen.
But you did not say that lady coming from a small town where they only have peanuts. Child, and the judge did not call that damn lady Judge Tolliver. She called that lady Judge Tolliver. I don't know who she is, but I thought that lady's name was Judge Toller. Child, y'all back here got me dying.
See, it's hard for me to prosecute Karen.
Toller her.
That's why she first.
The next case is going to be much easier.
Remember when Rolling Ray was on there with the whoever Rolling Ray was suing, and the guy was like, "Okay, Miss Girl, she's not a girl. She a judge. Her name is Miss Polar."
Judge Polar.
Rolling Ray probably said Polar. Miss Polar.
Wait.
All right. The court is now back in session. Judge Nola Reed presiding.
And with that being said,
tell me I ain't doing my job.
I am here to render a verdict. I was in the chambers and I thought long and hard about everything that was said. Did I just say said it? Said it. Everything that was
you would
said.
not mock the judge.
And I thought about Karen being from Surrey County with the peanuts. And I thought about her copying the Reasonably Shady podcast. And I had to look at all of it and come to an honest conclusion. One, that is within the law. And this court deems Karen not guilty of being a copycat. But we do deem her guilty of not persecuting, not putting her ideas out there until someone else has said them. And with that being said, we sentence her to 5,500 hours of community service picking up trash along the Potomac highways. Next case on the docket.
Next case. Up on the docket next. You muted yourself, Judge.
I did not.
I
I'm
can
still
hear
here.
you.
I'm still
Okay.
here.
No, I thought you were saying something to us. I apologize. The next case is the stone-faced, cemented face. The dude from the mask of Snuffleupagus twin. The liar. The girl with the upside down Nike sign for eyebrows. And the other one is the blue check from Instagram. The case is Deborah, the thruple.
I am ready to hear the case of Deborah the liar, prosecuting attorney.
Today, Your Honor, we the people bring up Deborah Muppet Liar Ashley friend. We don't even care to know her last name. We bring her up on charges of being a liar, not having properly groomed eyebrows, and looking like a Muppet. She has recently stated that Chris and Idris have both been flirting with her, and that Chris was leaning in with his elbow. And we bring her up on charges of being a liar, a lying Muppet.
The prosecution, the defense attorney's opening statement.
I'm a little confused, Judge. I'm sorry. I felt like the prosecution and the people are really saying what I'm supposed to say. But nevertheless, I am here to defend my client, Deborah, because Deborah is spelled Debra. Deborah is spelled Deborah. So I don't know why she doesn't want to go by Deborah, but it's Deborah. So the defense, my client, truth be told, from her perspective, this is from her perspective. This is how I feel about it for her. Deborah's eyes are very tight, and her eyebrows are very bushy and thick. So the eyebrows are a little heavy on her eyes that are already tight. So when she's looking at people, I'm almost sure she has a squint because those eyebrows are so heavy. They're just so heavy that when she looks through her little eyes, it looks like people are flirting and doing things that they really are not doing. It's not really her fault that she's broken every pair of tweezers known to mankind. It's not her fault. It's just not her fault. You know, the eyebrows are heavy and her eyes are squinty. And don't forget, she just had baby Hero. So she also has she also has, after pregnancy brain. Because after pregnancy brain makes you think things a little different. Because when you've been, knocked up for 9 months, the husband's not looking at you the same. And, so a roach is flirting with her, a roach could be, flirting with her and smiling at her. And so for me, I understand why she may think that somebody is, flirting with her, because like I said, her eyebrows are heavy and it squints her eyes. And so, I understand that, she thinks she's a very attractive woman and everybody wants her, after having her baby. I get it. But we're post-COVID here. We're post-COVID, right? So from a distance, we already have to be like 6 feet apart, right? So if we're 6 feet apart and I'm talking to you and you slide your little bony little elbow towards me, and I'm not trying to fist bump you or elbow bump you, I don't want your little elbow. I don't want your little elbow. I don't want it. Keep your little elbow to yourself. Keep your elbow to yourself. So I can't be mad at her for thinking or even knowing that somebody's flirting with her. Hence, Wendy Osefo's husband with his smiling. She's smiling for her. So funny. We just got out the pandemic. What we smiling about? What we smiling about? Don't smile in my face. I just had a kid. I'm Ashley's friend. We come on now. All I'm saying is, you really can't trust people with pearly white teeth. They smile in your face all the time and all this stuff. You can't trust that. You really can't trust that after post-pandemic. Eddie has a whole African queen at home. But there's something to be said. There is something to be said about my client with her bushy, untamed eyebrows. She's a fantasy. How many people, or even judge, prosecution, jurors, how many of you got fondled a Muppet before? How many? That's a fantasy. You ain't fondled no Muppets. Get out my face. You ain't fondled no Muppets. Those are uncharted waters. You understand what I'm saying? Don't. Oh, it's just so dear to my heart because I get flirted with all the time. People with pearly white teeth smiling in my face. Don't smile in my face. Don't bring your little pointy elbows towards me. I don't want to see your little pointy elbows. Reminds me of a penis. Don't do that. Don't bring your elbows to me. Don't do that. I want to see your little elbows. So anyway, I am in defense of Deborah and her deranged, crazy eyebrows. And I will prove today to you, judge, the court, and everyone in America how Deborah is a victim of heavy flirtation. I'm done, Judge.
The judge will be with us in a minute once she gains her composure from laughing her ass off. Because you took me out as well. Your pointy little elbow that looks like a penis. What? My eyebrows are too heavy.
Get your pointy elbow penis away from me.
Her eyebrows are so heavy.
The pointy penis elbow. So hard. You don't want that here. We don't get your little pointy elbow away from me. Slide it all to me. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You're the fool tonight.
I gotta show out because my sis, the prosecution, she gonna show out in a minute. Because for a minute I was like, wait, you on my case. You with me, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's hard for me with Karen. I love Karen. It's hard for me,
All right. The judge is back from her laughing fit. She has gained her composure.
Oh my gosh.
On to you, Judge.
With everything that was said in the defense attorney's opening statement, I have never seen such a mockery of the court and a mockery of the defense representing their client. And to that I said, with the eyebrows of thickness that have the eyes so heavy that she can't tell a flirt from a not looking at you, I task you in contempt of court with a fine of $2 million.
Put your hands behind your back, man. Put your hands behind your back.
$2 million in the bank. I can pay it. I can pay it.
And Judge, can you make her have to pay some restitution for the way that she done got that lady money and she done set up here and talked about her like a dog?
Although we know that my fellow counsel, she took this case pro bono. She's not getting paid for this case. And although she worked so hard to defend Deborah and her eyebrows, I don't see where this is headed, because I've seen Brooke Shields have thick eyebrows, but she's never lied on anyone. It's a lot going on with this Deborah character.
And a character she is.
And go ahead and open up your case.
I would like to state that Deborah came on the show just telling lies. You're going to try to we're not going to make a mockery and try to use the fact that Deborah just had a baby. Her baby hero, she's going to need a hero to save her from all these lies that she's telling. She's saying that Idris was smiling at her. He was smiling because he was happy. No one can be happy around this woman. What's wrong with her?
Who's
her
Idris?
eyebrows are extra heavy, and she's walking around lying with lying eyebrows. You don't trust people with thick eyebrows that connect. That's giving a Bert. Someone who looks like Bert, they are very conspicuous. They are known to lie. They are known to tell untruths. Like she is setting up Chris. She said Chris' elbow, his elbow. When have you ever known an elbow to do harm to anyone? When have you known an elbow to just come off and flirt with anyone? An elbow is just not coming off. She's just making up stories. I think she's taking her cue from Ashley, and I think she needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Although, CC, as counsel, you tried your best to defend her, but there's no way around it. This girl is a Muppeteer liar. She is a Pinocchio, and there's no Geppetto pulling her strings. She's just making up this stuff on her own. We need to rest our case and just find her and just sentence her to her prison time and to 3 waxings a month.
What?
Are you telling me how I should sentence in my court?
I'm just making a suggestion, Your Honor. I suggest that she
but that's not.
We don't need any suggestions, man. We don't need any suggestions. The judge has everything under control.
She needs a waxing, Your Honor.
You need to be put back in contempt of court if you keep talking, man.
Obviously, she's not waxing on her own. We try to use that as a defense that she can't see where she's going, or she can't making up stories due to these eyebrows.
So
well, she got to represent her client the best way she can, man.
Go ahead, defense attorney.
Simply stated, Chris was googly eyeing my client as he texted whomever he was on the phone with.
Do you have a defense? Do you have evidence defense? Do you have evidence area?
I didn't bring it with me today, so I'll scratch that from the docket.
Okay.
I'll scratch
him
that.
being on his phone. You have no evidence of him being on his phone?
I don't. I left that at home, Judge. I'm so sorry. I forgot. But what I will say, who's the guilty party is, and I did put Exhibit A. There's a picture of 2 ladies, and one of those ladies is the really guilty party here. And I did put that. I gave it to I submitted that. So if you can pull
Are
those.
you talking about evidence file 1ZAB?
Yes. There's the real corporate right there. It's us. There she is. This is the person that is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Let me tell you why. She's the one that brought big eyebrow, bushy eyebrows, never waxed, Fraggle Rock, Muppet Animal. I mean, name it. She is it. She's the corporate.
Ma'am, this is your client.
No, it's Ashley's fault. No, not my client.
No, you're describing your client.
It's my fault that she looks like those people. I'm just facts. We're in court, right? Facts. It is Ashley Darby. It is Ashley Darby's fault for bringing her around this group of women's husbands, because Misery certainly loves company. She's going through a bitter divorce that she ain't ready for, and then she's going to bring this pretty Fraggle Rock around some married men.
Pretty, I object. You said pretty?
Hey. All I know is it's Ashley's fault that my client is brought in here. It's Ashley's fault that Deborah, Fraggle Rock, Animal, Muppet Master, Geppetto, I don't care what you call her. It's Ashley Darby's fault for bringing her. Period. We would not even know this girl if it wasn't for Ashley. That's who should be. That's who we should have in court on the docket. It's Ashley. It's not Deborah. It's not Deborah. It's not her fault. I already told you she had a pregnant brain. She had her kid. She had a little hero, and her brain is not working correctly. What do you want her to do? There's so many things going on in the world today. You can't be smiling in my client's face. Have you guys heard of Me Too? The Me Too hashtag? Can't be smiling in our faces. Can't do that as a man. And I'm not going to bring up those little pointy elbows again. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that no more. All I know is Misery loves company, and Ashley is the one that brought Deborah to this courtroom. And I feel like if anybody's guilty, it's Ashley Darby. I'll rest my case.
And with that being said, expert witness, do you have any evidence to prove for the prosecution or for the defense in this case?
For the prosecution, Your Honor, I did submit 2 pieces of evidence earlier, and I also have my written evidence as well.
Okay, now let me ask you, was it you who presented the evidence of the plaintiff along with her mother?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Under the bushel-berries, what are they called?
Cherry blossoms, Your Honor.
The cherry blossoms. So you added this. Okay, so what expertise does this picture have to give to this case?
My God.
It shows, Your Honor, that she, just like her mother, sometimes they do not tell the truth all the time about certain things that are going on. And
Stop calling me sis.
And sometimes they like to, tell tall tales. Tell tall tales to the rest of the world to, make themselves come off more likable, Your Honor. I just felt like we needed to see who Deborah's mother was and that they frolic under cherry blossom trees. It's a beautiful family. It's a beautiful family if you're from Bedrock. It really is. It really is.
Okay. And then I also see here you submitted People's Evidence Z13
Yes, Your Honor.
to the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
And what's
I'm
going on?
scared. Those curly teeth are scaring me. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, you cannot see what the lower third. We have one of the members of the court, house in the audience, their comments. So obviously we have Mr. Eddie Osefo laughing, and he is far away from the bar, and he is laughing with Chris Bassett and Gordon Thornton, I believe is his name. Yes, him. I also submitted another piece of evidence, Your Honor.
Let me see here. Was it this?
No, Your Honor, I did not submit that.
Did you
Take
submit
it
this to
down.
the
Oh my God, please.
No, Your Honor,
I
I
submitted
did not
that.
submit that either.
That would be me.
Was it this?
No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, the court must have misplaced that evidence.
It's okay, Your Honor. I also have my written evidence. I would like to point out that she does her eyebrows herself. We saw it happen on her social media. She does her eyebrows herself. She does not go to a real person to get those done. She does not pay a licensed esthetician with over 10 years of experience to do her eyebrows. She does them herself. Multiple angles on the show. Shout out to production on Bravo for Real Housewives of Potomac showed that when Christopher Bassett was not looking at her, he was elbow to the bar on his phone. We do not know what he was doing on his phone. That is none of our business. That is not our man. And he was not looking at her whatsoever.
One moment, prosecution.
Excuse me, Miss Too Feisty, you will not be threatened with court with any kind of legal action or any other action, ma'am. My handcuffs are still itching, and the contempt of court area is not full yet, so you can be put there.
Let me address. I need y'all to put your glasses in the chat while I address Miss Too Feisty.
Oh Lord.
First of all, let me read this complaint that you have before the court. I will be submitting. I got to lift my head so I can read with my bifocal, okay? Because the judge is old. I will be submitting a claim for review to the Judicial Board of Conduct for slander. First of all, you can submit whatever review you want to submit, but in this court, I am the Judicial Board of Review. So go ahead and submit your review. It's going to do nothing but come right here to me. Okay?
Let them know, Judge.
I am the end all, be all, AC all, hear all, speak all of this court. Okay? And what I says goes. And since you want to sit up here and say you want to report the court Too Feisty, or as the people call you in the streets, because you think we're not watching you think we're not watching you, I have my detectives upon you, Too Feisty, or according to your street name, it's Too Fairy. Sentenced to 2 weeks of jury duty. I expect you to report next Thursday at 6:45. Thank you.
Judge, can you please hold up? I had something in the chat. Can you please make Shady B put his phone down for the next 2 minutes, because he said Deborah puts Vaseline on her brows to slick them down.
Keep it up. Keep
We
them up.
will not. That's evidentiary evidence. Where is that comment so I can add it to
Let's get into it, ma'am. Right over top of Aunt Nattie's glasses.
Excuse me, Judge. Can you excuse me, Judge? Can you go on our private chat real quick? Just please, thank you.
Go ahead, expert witness.
Okay, we saw from multiple angles that no one was looking at her, Your Honor. Hold on. The only friend to confirm the story about the leaning against the bar and looking and flirting and smiling, it's like, oh my God, Deborah, I just want you so much. Like you, oh my God, I just want you to pour hot, like honey all over my body, was Ashley Darby. That is the only person that can confirm the story. None of the other friends who were there allegedly can confirm that that's exactly what Chris Bassett and Eddie Osefo said and did with Deborah and present. None of them can confirm that. Also, none of the friends that were allegedly there, because Your Honor, Bravo confirmed that they were not around the bar during the area that they said they were. They were laughing at her as she was recounting the story. It has been proven, it has been seen by the entire world that as she was recounting the story of these people flirting with her, those other women were laughing at her. Hold on. I also would like to ask a question to the judge. Is it possible to bring her up on a civil suit? Because as she was been on my screen, she has broken many of my screens, my phone, my computer, my tablet, and my television with her face.
Can I answer that first, Judge? First of all, you need to be in contempt of court, because why do you have that many devices on when you're supposed to be in court?
Well, that was when I was had to look at her on Sunday, bailiff. I am so sorry, bailiff. I will
Okay, just make sure you're paying attention.
I will also not look into evidence that she was making fun of Chris Bassett's wife as she folded up a napkin to a triangle and dotted the corners of her eyes. She was making fun of her, and all the women at the table laughed and said, "You're talking about Candace." That's what she did.
Hello, Mallory, CC's sister. Welcome to All Rise Court, Night Court, and with the panel. How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah. You can pause for calls real quick because my family, they were chatting. I had to go in, but my sister, I say something so we can say hi to you, ma'am. Hey, ma'am.
She's saying something. She said, "Hey, sister."
From your new sister.
You met my
sister, your spades partner sister, right?
Right. That's my spades partner. Mallory. Hey, ma'am.
We're not going there in court. We're not going there in court.
I just wanted to make sure that we did give her a little shout out. Sorry, Judge.
Yes,
Just wanted to give her a little shout out.
Me and my spades partner. Me and my spades partner, who is also my brother, is in the chat. We're making a special trip back to Cali
for a
space tournament. Hey, but for real though, hey Mel, my new sister, y'all treat. Look, we're gonna pause court. We're gonna have a intermission.
I'm just so excited that my sister's here. I have 6 of y'all. I got 6, but this
shout out to Mel's sister Cutie.
Yeah,
y'all put y'all cuties in the chat for Sister Mallory.
Yes.
I know how that feels, California Cutie, because when my sister came in mine, you couldn't tell me nothing.
But I just want her to know that's not just her sister, because I done been adopted into the family.
First of all, I think Cutie, I think Daddy Cutie watching too.
Hey, Daddy.
I think my daddy is. I texted them before I came on, so I think they're all in.
Daddy,
hey, Daddy.
Daddy Cutie watching.
Robe off y'all for
hey, Daddy.
We got the whole Cutie family.
Man,
and we got Mama Reed's in the court.
Hey, Mama Nola. Hey, Mama Nola. Did you like your cup, Mama Nola?
I miss you,
Mama Nola.
And I love my perfume you made me, and I need some more, Mama. I need some more.
Mama Nola, can you let me know in the chat if you liked your glass or not?
Yes, and California Cutie needs 2 perfumes that you made, Mama. My mama makes my mama has a perfume. If anybody wants to get Mama Nola 6. Mama Nola.
Well, you could have told Don that. That could have been one of the people whose business he entertained on his show.
Man, that's all right. We gonna it's Mama ain't going nowhere. Hey, Mama ain't going nowhere.
Do you see that, bailiff?
You see?
Don't get them hands behind your back.
I'm sorry. I love the family love right now, though. Even though we all family on this panel, I love the family love right now.
No, she wants to get 2 perfumes from your mama. I'm gonna call you.
Thank you, Mommy. It was man. Look, Mom, you made it for me, and my daughter loved it. My 18-year-old loved it. Like I used I probably used a quarter of the bottle. She used the 3/4.
The name of the perfume, Extreme by Vivacious.
Man, she's the best.
Did you like your cup, Mama Nola?
Girl, I done put
the wine glass.
I done put the comment. Did you miss it?
I didn't see it. I
love that glass.
I love the glass.
Thank you. I made it with love for you.
Where we can buy the perfume from?
Mama has her own perfume, Extreme by Vivacious.
That's the shit.
Where we can get it from?
Mama,
her
website so you can order your perfume in the chat, Mama. But let's get back to the court.
You gotta make your mama a mod.
Mama's perfume is bomb.
Give the family salutations. Let's go ahead. Expert witness, I've heard your testimony.
Look,
somebody else. Hey,
that's one of my sisters too. That's my real sister.
Your other sister.
Hey, Arnita.
Your Honor.
How you say her name?
You said it right. It's Arnita, but she just go by Nita. That's Nita.
Okay, let's get back. Hold up, wait. I appreciate all of the family showing up for everyone in the court, but we don't want this court to be deemed ghetto or ratchet. Back to order.
Or too long.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Finish your statement.
Your Honor, I would also like to bring forth that or 3 more pieces of evidence that he smiles at everyone. Eddie Osefo smiles at everyone. It was said by his wife and his the dog and his daughter that he smiles at everyone. He smiles at people at the street. He smiles at his kids. He smiles at his wife. He smiles at the dog even. And he's just a smiley person. I'm not sure if I submitted that evidence or not, but if I didn't, I am so sorry.
That evidence.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Eddie Osefo. I would also like to put into evidence that she had Cookie Monster and Elmo feeding her water and cookies on Instagram as she was trying to make a joke out of this entire situation. She was making a mockery of the court, Your Honor. She was making a mockery of the court and had Cookie Monster and Elmo as puppets on her hands, feeding her cookies and water, Your Honor. Not cookies and milk, cookies and water, Your Honor. And the last piece of evidence is that after her first episode, where she only had maybe 1 or 2 words spoken, as she was introduced as a mommy friend of when Ashley Darby, I don't know what her maiden name is, that she put Real Housewives of Potomac in all of her social media bios. She is not a cast member. She is only a friend of the show. And technically speaking, she's really not a friend of the show because she didn't even get to be a part of the photo shoots that happened for the ladies as they were all dressed in red. And we saw one Sharice Jackson, a.k.a. Repossessed Champagne Room, in Burgundy.
Excuse me. Going forward, we will acknowledge Sharice as Repossessed Champagne Room. So is it ordered by the judge?
Yes, Your Honor. She put Real Housewives of Potomac in all of her social media bios when we didn't even know who she was. So it's proven to all of us that she was just a little bit thirsty, and she's been abusing Muppets. I'm telling you now, Your Honor, she has to be stopped. She has to be stopped. I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't mean to, but it was so horrible, Your Honor. Like,
it's okay, man. You can rest your case. We understand. We understand.
Need the expert witness to hold it together while she's on the stand.
Cookie Monster and Elmo are having a really hard time, Your Honor. They have been to therapy a lot this week. It was not good. And that's all the evidence I have, Your Honor.
Okay, and with that being said, we are going to address closing statements by the prosecution.
As the expert witness stated, this woman has been abusing Muppets. She's been lying, saying that people's been flirting with her. She's saying that Idris smiled at her, and we know that he's just a happy, jolly guy. He smiles at everyone. We need to take this woman down. She needs to be found guilty of looking like an ugly, angry bird. She needs to be found guilty for using those thick brows for evil. She needs to be found guilty for lying. She needs to be found guilty for walking around with that face. She needs to be found guilty for just blatantly making up stories and clout chasing. She's a clout chasing Muppet, and we need to get her off the streets. And with that being said, I rest my case.
And now we will have closing statements from the defense.
It's really unfair that I don't have no pictures in defense of my hairy eyebrow defendant. I just feel kind of. No. Take it down. No, take it down. It's not helping my case. Okay. Like I said, Ashley is the guilty person. I don't give a damn what's going on. Excuse me. I don't give a dang on what's going on. It's Ashley is guilty for bringing her on. It is not my client's fault that she is part Sasquatch by the eyebrows. It's not my client's fault that she is part, what is that? Bigfoot by the eyebrows. It's not my fault. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. But whose fault it is? It's Ashley Darby's fault for bringing Deborah on this show. And like I said before, you cannot trust any man with those pearly white teeth smiling in my face post. Me too. Period. Don't smile in my face. Just don't smile in my face. I don't care if you smile at the dog. I don't care if you smile at your neighbors. I don't care who you smile at. Don't smile at my defendant. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. Okay? And we all know that Chris was looking down at his phone and he looked up, not in my defendant's direction, but we all know we got peripheral vision. We all know we got it. I can look right here and I still see me on the screen. I see me. You're not going to tell me that Chris was not looking at his phone or at anything else and didn't see my defendant in his peripheral. There's no way you're going to tell me that. There's just no way. I don't care what anyone says. He was eyeballing her down with his peripheral. And Happy Eddie, you ain't getting no happy endings here. Keep your smiles, your white teeth to you and your wife. Don't you smile in my direction. Don't you smile in my defendant's direction. Don't you do it no more. Nobody is that happy all the time. Period. And like I said, Ashley's the culprit. Ashley's the one that brought the defendant here. If Ashley didn't bring her here, we wouldn't be here. I rest my case.
The court is going to take a small recess while I render my verdict. While we're in said recess, we want you to go ahead and like the video. Okay? Like the video.
Not hear the music that time, y'all. We could not hear the music.
I was on my phone trying to be like, let me hear it, the music. Let me hear
That
it.
angry bird, I still didn't heir it, Eva. So.
And California Cutie,
Yes,
not
ma'am.
only does Chris have good peripheral view, your client looks at her nose all day long, and she can see everything that's going on in the room. Them eyes of her, child, them eyes of her.
You cannot hear. We're going to play it again while they like the video because the math
What
isn't
you are about to
matching.
witness is real.
There
The
we go.
participants are not actors. All parties have agreed to have their court cases settled here. All rise.
I heard
Did
it.
you hear it that time?
I heard it that time.
I like the video because the math better be matching. I think I need to play it one more time.
Play one more.
Run it one more again.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
The math needs to be matching because we
You
work
gotta run it one more again.
This is real. The participants are not actors. All parties have agreed to have their court cases settled here. All rise.
Are y'all liking the video? Please like it. I'm sorry, we ain't recording.
Like the video.
And share it, y'all. Sharing is caring. Let's share it too.
Sharon, we might get picked up somewhere for somebody to enjoy us being a court.
Yes.
And if you guys like my earrings, these were made by my cousin.
Ooh, nice.
Those are real cute.
Those are
Those
really
are little
cute.
people. Those
These
is
were
real cute. I love a
These
little
were made-
hair.
Well, actually, let me tell the truth about the situation. Okay, while we're in court recess, these were not actually made for me. These were made for my little cousin. And then when I came in town and I saw them, I said, "Oh, those are so nice." And she had told me she had made it for my little cousin. And I felt like I'm a black queen and I'm older than her. She's just a princess. I'm a queen. Well, I ain't gonna say that because in my family we don't do queens. We don't do princesses.
We're all
We have
queens.
senior queens and junior queens. You know what I'm saying? But since I'm a senior queen, I felt like I should have had the earrings. So my cousin was making some other earrings, and I was like, "Baby, don't you feel like she should have these little watermelons, these little lemons, something like that?" You know what I'm saying? And give me the queen. So, long story short, I harassed her enough
You're so cute.
that she ended up giving these to me, but she has other designs. If you guys like them, let me know. If you guys want some, let me know. And I will pass the message on to her. She does this for a hobby, but I'm sure, if you guys want some, she's willing to make a cute coin. Okay. Let me see. We have some people enter the.
Those are very, very cute. I like those.
Very cute. I love it.
Yeah, these is my black lady.
I remember you told me about them. I didn't know. You never showed them
These
to
are
me.
them. These are them.
Thank you.
Yes.
You, my sis.
Hey, Q. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be the judge.
Yeah, she's.
Your Honor, I am submitting
Oh,
more
Q,
evidence.
are you late to court? Are
No,
you-
Q was here. I think she was here.
Wait, hold up.
She was here.
I saw a comment. And then it's a latecomer in my court, and somebody that's been missing in action in the courtroom.
Oh.
So let me go ahead and address this. Was them beautiful? Been in a jam. I'm out now. Nola Reeds. Excuse me. A 1200 bloke. I'm calling you in contempt of court. I find you with a fine of $3 million because you've been MIA with no reference of anything 4 months now. And then you show up in the court today and act like it's all good. It is not. I suggest you contact the judge.
Come
for
on,
an
man.
arrangement.
Come on, man.
I'm finding stuff down here. I'm just like,
I'm just saying.
Where's our bailiff? Because Ace, you should be arrested.
Here's my bailiff. Bailiff, I need you.
Let's get it going.
I need you to put this person in handcuffs, bailiff.
This one right here on the screen?
This
Yes,
one right
ma'am.
here on the screen. Put them in handcuffs.
I'm going to put them in handcuffs, but
case, they have been MIA from the judge. The judge ain't heard nothing on a previous case, and they always seem to disappear when it's supposed to be a meeting for the court.
No,
so
Nola, look at LMB. Nola, look at
the fine to
Look
$5
what
million.
Look what Ellen put.
and sir, I understand that from reading your comment that you may have just left this place. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to have to put your hands behind your back and take you to the pokey. I'm sorry. I don't want to traumatize you, but I have to do my job.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
please cooperate and don't move, don't shake, don't give me a hard time. Just put your hands behind your back and move.
Yeah. She don't want to use her mace on you. Don't make her use her mace. But she got
And
that.
I have a taser. I love my taser.
That's the best, ain't it? You make people go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. Yeah.
I need also to check the private chat.
Y'all, I'm so thankful and happy that you guys are here with us because you can be anywhere in the world. You guys are here with us. So I thank you guys.
You play too much. Next case.
Wait, I haven't read my verdict. Mama Reed put her information up there. Extreme is $35 for 4 ounces. You can cash out Vivacious Speaks with $7.54 shipping if you want to get some Mama Nola Reed's Mama Reed's perfume, Mama Nola perfume.
Because her perfume you can smell once you put it on your body.
Honey.
And it ain't no free Ace. It ain't no free Ace. Ace gonna be locked up forever.
What's funny though, Thick girl? Now let's take a pause for the recess real quick. Thick, that's the reason why I don't have any. My 18-year-old, it was me and her birthday. Mama sent me some for my birthday. My daughter's birthday is 9 days after mine. She used the rest of it. She was like, this is amazing. Because it smells sick. I don't know what Mommy doing.
If y'all used that whole 4 ounces in the last month, somebody's sinuses was set all the way off.
Well,
that was my child.
October.
That was October.
October.
January.
That's only 2 months.
But it was both of us. It's two. Me and her. I gave her
your sorrows and vivacious.
It's your birthday. You take the rest. Because dang.
Let me tell y'all what Mama Reed said. I am vivacious, extreme, and bodacious. But that's what her grandkids say about her.
Come on now. Then my niece.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
This is what the kids do when they make it, when they trying to imitate their nana. We still in recess right now. This is what they do. Vivacious.
As she should.
I'm gonna have to order something. I gotta order something to do a commercial.
Oh wait, I just want to know this.
I have to do it with my porno voice. Oh,
you know I love it.
Extreme. Are you ready to be extreme?
Thank you, right?
I love it when you do that.
Let's get our decorum back together, ladies, so they won't talk about our ghetto court.
Can you not use your girl's voice advertising my mama perfume?
Hey, we wanted to fly off the shelves. The men are going to get it for their wives because they're going to say once you spray it.
Let's go back.
This is my mama perfume, but
wait, Your Honor, I submitted some evidence to your Instagram for the next days.
I did too. I did too. For my closing remarks, please put it on there.
One thing Nola will do is check up on someone. That is a beautiful thing. And without going into too much, Love 7829D is correct. She has some things going on, and I just randomly, I ain't seen her in my chat, so I'm hitting her like, what's going on? What's all right? What's going on? So when I tell you this is a safe space, I may not answer immediately because I work overnight and I sleep during the day. So if you message me during the day, you're definitely going to get an answer from me at night. But I do answer, and she is a testament to that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and let me render my verdict.
Please do.
All rise. All rise. Court is now back in session. The judge, D. Nola Reed, presiding. Welcome back, Judge. They're ready for your verdict.
I am finding at this time with the prosecution, I sentence the defendant to go get an eyebrow waxing along with the eyebrow threading. I also sentence Bravo as well, even though they were not a plaintiff. In this case, I'm going to sentence them to subjecting everyone, which we will be filing a class action suit against them within this court, because this is the second time within the season of Real Housewives of Potomac that they have put some creature features on our screen. They have given us an Area 51 experiment. Yes, they have. For all of those who are not privy, do I still have it here? No, I erased it out of the court evidence. I'm so sorry about that.
But it's Mia. That is Mia.
Yeah, she was seen without makeup, and we really figured out that she was American Dad from Area 51. And then we've gotten Deborah, because I don't know, that doesn't spell Deborah, but Deborah. We have gotten her, and she looks like some kind of mixture of something that they were cloning and putting together. She very well gives heed to the Jurassic Park experiments when they were putting different dinosaurs together. And so I'm going to sentence Bravo because they have definitely wasted their budget on getting us scientific experiments and not giving our ladies good trips, aka the Miami trip and the Florida trip and the Mexico trip that we're about to see, when we could be in places like Santorini, the Maldives, and things like that. I sentence Bravo to stop giving us scientific experiments and start giving us good, fabulous, glorious vacations that we would like to see the housewives on. Deborah, you are sentenced to $20 million restitution to this course.
God damn.
You are hereby subject to a class action lawsuit for all of the TV screens that you broke within this country and other countries around the world where this show is broadcasted. And you are also sentenced to 5 years, 4 days, 23 hours, and 27 seconds of community service, making license plates, doing laundry, and picking up trash upon the side of the highway. Next case.
Before you go on to the next
Yeah.
case, before you go to the next case, I ain't never felt so good about being guilty on a defensive. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And now, Miss Deborah, may you put your hands behind your back. Do not bite me. Do not try to be a ventriloquist and do any Jedi mind tricks. I'm going to need you just to put your hands behind your back.
Please.
Do not sweep your hair in my face. And don't you lie and tell anyone that I tried to fondle you when I was putting these handcuffs on you. I hope we have an understanding.
Bailiff, don't smile at her.
Lord.
But are we ready for the next case?
We are.
Just breathe.
We are ready for the next case.
I'm waiting for the screen.
Hey, y'all, the likes is liking, the math is mathing up. I love it.
Like the video.
Who's next on the docket?
Next case in the All Rise Night Court docket will be Mia, the human Area 51 experiment, Jacqueline, the dummy who can't bring her own deodorant and likes to take showers and lies about not eating each other's cooch, Jacqueline, and Gordon, that made me uncomfortable with him trying to fake like he was uncomfortable sitting between them two ladies. Thornton. All rise. The court is now in session. There you go, Miss Reed. No, Judge Reed.
And with that being said, I am here to hear opening statements from the prosecuting attorney.
We, the prosecution, I drank too much, sorry. We, the prosecuting attorney, we, the people, are bringing up these Gordon, Mia, and her friend on charges of having a throuple. Now, they're being brought up on charges of, what's Mia's friend name?
Oh my God, you're $5,000 restitution and a sip of your drink. Because what is it that can't get?
It was the drink. I
can't remember your cases. Her name is Jacqueline.
I'm sorry, I sipped it down too fast. My bizzle. But we bring Jacqueline up on charges of eating box for a Porsche. She's being charged with being in the middle of a sandwich. She's being charged with making an inside out Oreo with Gordon. She's being charged with laying down for a fee. She's being charged for showering with Mia and have to perform lewd acts for money. She's being charged of being a third wheel in a relationship. She is being charged with just being loose. She's being charged of being a freak fest. She's being charged with oh wait, we have to charge Mia too. Mia's being charged for looking up her charcuterie board while I was creaming, allegedly. She's being charged with playing a GYN. Gordon is being charged for being a sucker for all this. Gordon is being charged for tricking and not knowing who he's tricking on. And I rest. But not the whole case, but
And now we will hear from the defense.
So I come to the court in defense of my three clients. That would be Mia and Gordon Thornton and Jacqueline, no last name. Anywho, and they are being accused of being a throuple. Just because Jacqueline and me are best friends, people are intrigued to know how and why they are so close. Like sisters, They're like sisters. But they are accused of being like sister wives. I'm gonna keep myself out of it. I was about to say something. It's gonna take me to the other end. Let's just facts.
Express if it helps your case.
So, me and my best friend have been friends for over 40 years. Actually, over 45 years. I'm sorry. We have been friends for 44 years, somewhere around there. Not to be confused to be like Mia and her bestie, Jacqueline. But I say that to say, besties do things, especially when they have been brought up at a young age, that other besties that become besties at a certain age or particular age is different. Hence, me and my best friend, we've been knowing each other since we were 6 and 7. And so she knows a lot about me, right? Same thing for Jacqueline. So I just don't want the court to be misled that just because they're best friends does not mean they're a throuple. That does not mean that they're throuple. And yes, I understand that Mia presented her, I should say, case. She presented the case like, if she's winning, her best friend is going to win. Me and my bestie, we feel the same way. We do. But it kind of gets the waters get a little murky when you throw a new Porsche in it. And I understand. If I say my husband bought my bestie a Porsche, I am going to see some side eyes. I get that. But if that's my best friend and I've known her since I was 6 and I'm over 50, I'm not going to side eye it so much. I'm not, because I know the relationship that I have with my bestie, and I also know the relationship that I have with my husband. So for me, when people, misconstrue sister wives, which Mia, my client, and I'm the defense attorney, my client out of her mouth said that is my sister wife without the benefits. People, you guys got to listen to the part that says no benefits. That is the key. People are out here mad at Jacqueline because she didn't have to do anything for Gordon Thornton. The love between the besties is enough. It's enough. Sure, we take showers. Who hasn't taken a shower with their friend? I haven't. Who hasn't took it? The water pressure might be not good. It was stated that Mia, my client, and her bestie, Jacqueline, They both like hot showers. Husband, not so much. Husband likes lukewarm water. So they take showers together. They're not sexing each other. They're just cleaning each other. Sometimes you need your back washed. You need your back washed. And your husband is not coming in here to take a shower with you every time. So sometimes you need your best friend to take a shower with you to wash your back. I don't. She does. Not me. She does. Not me. But is that really a throuple, people? Is that really a throuple? Or is that just a best friend supporting a best friend in a marriage? Sounds like hate to me. Sounds like hate to me. Because let's be clear. Let's be very, very, very clear. My favorite car is a Porsche. I will take as many showers as I need to take with my best friend to get that damn Porsche. I will. Has nothing to do with sex. Has nothing to do with anything but taking a freaking shower. Clean my back, bestie. That's what I say. So, all I'm saying is, from the outside looking in, throuple. From the inside looking out, bestie, husband, we're good. That's my opening statements.
It was a good opening statement.
Thank you.
It was a long one.
It was, but I
had
appreciate
to point.
Are you eating in the court?
Yeah.
Yes, he's going to contempt. Yes, he is. Put your hands behind your back, ma'am.
Attorney is missing.
No, don't cut your camera off and put your hands behind your back.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
I'm hungry.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. We all hungry. Hands behind your back, ma'am.
Let me say
And when
this.
she come back, she putting hers behind her back too.
Let me say this while we're waiting on the prosecuting attorney. The judge broke her computer on yesterday, getting ready for yesterday's live with me and my sis Barb Meets World. Shout out to Barb Meets World in the World of Reads panel that comes on, that premieres on Wednesday nights. If you were in the live last night, you know what happened. If you were not in the live, and for those catching on the replay, if you were not in that live or didn't catch the replay, go ahead and watch it. I bumped my computer while I hit my sofa last night, and it fell on the floor. So my streaming laptop that I do these broadcasts with is now damaged. So if you would like to, at this time, donate to the channel via Cash App, via Super Chat, or via joining the channel, please do so that I can replace said computer and not do these lives from my work computer.
Oh, Judge, speaking to just Nola alone, make your Amazon wish list.
And you still eating, ma'am?
I got one more left. Stop with me, bailiff. It's been a long day.
It has to before everybody. You know how hungry I am over here? And I'm not even on camera. And I'm respecting the court.
Go get you a slushie.
I'm going. That's why you did that. Oh, don't worry about that.
Oh my God! Now the people are bringing sponges in the court. Rubber dub. Right.
I thought we could have. I was going to do a little drink break and do an apple martini.
I love when she do her drink.
I want to do an apple martini. I have a shaker here with some ice here, and I'm gonna add some vodka.
Holy
Not so much.
all rise court.
Vodka.
In all rise, yeah, she's doing that. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, because you know you got
all rise court. Can you make a drink and stop this case
with some triple sec? I'm gonna hit it with some triple sec. And then I'm gonna hit it again with some apple fucker. Sour apple fucker.
Hey,
I like the, a lot of the apple.
Hey, Mallory, my sister Mal was a bartender too for years and years and years at Fridays, at Magic Johnson Fridays to be exact. But that's I'm just saying, it's a bartender everywhere.
I was a bartender in the hood.
That was the hood.
And then I'm gonna shake it.
That's where our court resides. We have a drink breaks.
Well, I'm going back to eating M&Ms.
Cut your camera off, man. You do not get to be exempt from the rule.
And I'm gonna take my strainer. Just take the strainer and put the
Help
strainer right
yourself
on top
off the screen.
People say they love this court.
that right in there.
Appreciate you. I love you, Q.
I hope y'all love this new hair, this new court hair. This new court hair is
amazing.
And here we go with the apple.
Hey, can we take a pause for the call for the bailiff on the screen?
Yes, can we?
Y'all remember her from night court?
Uh-huh.
She ain't take no mess, just like I don't.
What was her name in there? I know her name is Marsha Warfield, but I don't remember her name in the
I remember her name on the
I remember her.
Oh my goodness, this is delicious. This is good.
I hope you guys are enjoying the night court. Hit the like button before we continue. Let me see here.
Oh yeah, and I just took a little bit of some green sugar, and just rimmed it. I took a lime and went across the rim and then dipped it in the green sugar to make the outside. So it's real sugary going down.
You showing off the night, Mace. You drinking all the liquor.
Witness is real. The participants are
Like
not
the video.
All parties have
This is the
agreed.
first time I've been able to drink.
Settled here. All rise.
Her name was Roz Russell. Sorry.
Ross.
So y'all,
thank you, Ranting. Dang.
make sure y'all like the video. Monique King, I'm glad you guys are. Shout out to my sis for the super chat. I'm having a great time being defense attorney. Yes, y'all. I just got my bottom.
Oh, I seen that.
I just got my bottom braces put on. So I'm still learning how to function with having both.
Oh my God, did they hurt you in the morning?
Yes.
Yes.
She told me they hurt. But they, you know what, sis? You already, they
when I first got them on, and I was like, hey.
No, my daughter has to get them on the she gotta get them on her bottoms.
On FaceTime, and I was like, hey.
She's like,
how
I was
you
like,
doing?
ooh. But they already moving around. They're already,
but it's still like I had an overbite. I had an overbite at the top, so that's why I got them on the top. And the bottoms was crooked. You know, they was like this. So it's like it's the shifting at the top that's causing me to be like, when I talk and I'm messing up my words, sounding like Wanda. Good God, I can't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. We love you, Wanda, but not like that.
Yeah, my daughter has to get them, but I was like, oh my God, they're painful. And
George, are you about to render your verdict or something else about to happen?
Girl, I don't even remember what we was on this case.
That's why I'm asking, because I don't remember.
We just got
we
started.
To the trouble.
We just did the opening statements, so I'm ready for the.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure. I didn't know where the hell we did that.
So the defense have to
you want to because as the prosecution, I wanted to consult my cards to see if this throuple was true, and I think it is. Do you mind if I consult with my cards?
Are you serious? This is they could tell this court is in NOLA Reed. It's somewhere down in the NOLA. They break out tarot cards. I've never seen it before in my life.
No, we are deeply in touch with our heritage.
Oh yeah, this is a throuple, y'all. This is a throuple. I got the King of Swords, and this is Gordon right here in the middle. And this is the balancing act that they're trying to do. They're trying to balance up. And this throuple is going to end up in a disaster. We got the moon card when the
Already did.
Already
Your
know
cause have already come true.
Your course is right, sis.
This is going to be a disaster. We see a breakup coming.
It
Someone
was Jacqueline and Mia.
Yeah, she hit him. She hit on the head for real.
It's definitely a breakup coming, and Gordon feels like he's in the middle because after all, Gordon still likes Jacqueline.
Because he's still talking to Jacqueline.
He still likes Jacqueline, and I feel that Gordon is in the middle with this.
He's still calling her on the phone.
But it was definitely some charcuterie board eating on both parties.
So are the cards your only defense?
No, the fact that in the video, we can look back to Housewives of Potomac, she was sitting next to Gordon and she was rubbing his leg seductively. She was rubbing his leg and asking him, who wants to be in the middle? Is it Mia or you, Gordon? Obviously, something's going on.
Do you rest?
What?
I'm in here. I hear you. Sister.
Prosecution rest. Go ahead, defense.
Okay. Hey.
Defense.
I'm sorry. My sister Mallory just walked in. You want to get on camera real quick? You want to say hi?
Not looking like
you good.
Hey, Mel.
Mallory, I didn't have my nephews for the whole week. So Mallory just
we know all y'all cute. It'll be all right.
I'm making a special trip to come out there to play spades. But you know,
I
love
you. When you come back.
Y'all inducted me. I need Mel for a minute. I need Mel for a minute. Now, then I need you to let the people know that y'all inducted me as a family member. I'm a sister.
My family. Literally, what?
Literally, I need you to tell them that y'all inducted me as a sister.
Yes,
you are another sister. And there's
honorary.
Now there's 8 of us because one of my baby sister passed away and there's 6 alive under me. We're 6 of us, and now you're the 7th.
Oh,
the honorary sister. I want y'all to know, okay?
You are the honorary sister because you crazy just like her.
Okay, Bob, say hey, Mel.
Like y'all got me dying.
And Barb was at the party. That's what she said. Hey, Mal. So yes, honey, Mal just walked in the building. She's coming to pick up my nephews. So I just want her to, say hello because she's here.
I didn't turn on my client again. I didn't turn on my client. I'm the prosecutor.
Yeah,
I'm prosecuting her.
Keep going. Because y'all have me dying.
I'm prosecuting her.
Thank you.
I was just prosecuting her for the throuple. My cards don't lie. The cards don't lie. And
you do the cards over here too. Not terrible, but I do some cards over here.
Yeah, the cards don't lie.
Spades can't tell the future.
Really out here.
California cutie. Spades don't tell the future.
No, spades don't tell the future. But spades will whip that ass. And I got my ass whooped by my sister while I was
alive.
No, they whooped me. They beat me now. No. They beat me. They beat me. But when me and Barb's husband played them, like when they came to my house, they beat us. Me and Colette, we got beat. But then when we got to the Airbnb and Barb's husband, no, they didn't whoop us. They actually got sleepy when me and Barb's husband was about to whoop that ass. And so we continued the next morning.
This is going to be the next case. Who got their ass with?
I'm holding you in contempt.
Valerie, here's the thing. We both
I'm holding you in contempt.
We both hit by
the judge was sleeping.
500. So
the judge was sleeping. No was sleeping. Everybody was sleepy, so we paused the game. Not ended the game. We paused the game.
Me and my partner was not sleeping.
But the fact of the matter is this: you never lose at home.
That's what they was doing.
Never lose at home. Did you or did you not lose at home?
I lost, but was
you
my
lost
partner
at home? You lost at home. At your house. At your
My-
house, not the
What's-
Airbnb.
No,
At your house.
No,
At
no.
your house.
I need
On
you
your
to
birthday. On your birthday specifically in your house. Me and my partner whipped your ass. You went blind twice. You went blind.
But this is my partner right here. I told you.
This is not for the court.
That was a good. That was
This is not for the court.
Uh-huh.
We will do a whole nother live about this shit.
Mace.
This is not for the court.
So they're ready.
The court is
Look,
down.
it's gonna be a new day when she got a new partner.
Come on.
That's just
This my real partner right here.
You're
That's
gonna
what
be-
after Mardi Gras,
No.
after Mardi Gras, me and my partner are making a trip to California.
Nah, I
After
need
Mardi Gras, me and my partner are going to California, and I don't want no excuses.
sorry, we
So we can clear.
Oh my God, see, I can't even have alcohol.
don't have.
Every time I ever had like a sip drink, I had like
No.
The court,
and
baby.
I've stopped smoking cigarettes and stopped like drinking.
But
Like, I
that's
drink
what I'm
like
Because
that. I used to drink like every day.
Hey,
And
you
I
gotta
smoke a
stop.
lot of Newport.
You gotta
But now
stop.
I'm drinking, but like with the talking, they talking about spades. I want a cigarette, so they like giving me bad flashbacks because they talking about spades. So I like play spades, and I be to have my Newport 100 hanging from my lip,
You know what?
throwing from don't.
Now let somebody I know, but I ain't gonna say no names.
I used to have my, but I was like, but now I'm feeling that feeling again. Like where's the Newport?
Mhm. I'm drinking.
I'm sorry, y'all. But that's my space partner, and we're looking forward for everyone to come back and play us. That's all. She's like, y'all get back to the business at hand, and we're going to.
Y'all giving people
Sorry,
flashbacks,
sorry, y'all.
PTSD.
I see. Yeah, I want a cigarette. I'm like,
Hold
I'm
up. I need
sure.
everybody to pause. Where are you, brother?
Mal,
Being
give me my drink break.
Mal was
Put his
just
ass back in the goddamn con.
about the
Put it on the docket. Put Sodeb on the docket. Put Sodeb on the docket.
see, now I gotta get my fake cigarettes. I have to keep
I
these
need
fake
to get
cigarettes
Yeah.
every time I drink.
all in the
Yeah.
in my defense attorney's background talking about because that's
Yeah.
what she had
I know
for
you love
partner.
Deb, and I see
And
you in
this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. And she got her sisters in the chat. Where are you at, brother?
These two.
Supposed to
They
be
mad.
You're supposed to be handling the spades chaos in the
Nah,
comments.
he can't.
I need
He
you to go
can't.
in the
He
comments.
can't. He can't. He can't.
Oh, okay.
I gotta sit there and pretend with a fake cigarette because when I
Okay.
drink,
Look, she calls Sodeb.
Yeah, I had to call my partner. I had to call my partner to get up in the chat to handle
you
that.
gotta call him up to be a witness.
She really called him on the line.
Order in the court. No more recess. No more recess. Let's get back to the prosecution. Let's get back to the prosecution on the case of the throuple.
Y'all got Mace fake smoking right now.
You're in grow me there.
Well,
You're gonna throw me back to y'all talking about spades.
I have to defend.
Well, I'm clear. I want.
And
Now I
I
want
gotta
to shuffle
defend
and smoke.
Trump.
Like this is like you
And I
got
gotta
the
defend
getting
Trump.
crate, y'all. You know I'm from the hood. You know I'm real hood.
All right, we back, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I knew my sister was coming, but I didn't know she was coming. Hello, bailiff. We're sorry. We're back. We're sorry. Go ahead. I'm back serious.
Y'all drove the bailiff away.
The bailiff's like, look, I gotta take a break from this and I have to come back and regroup.
Cause she want to arrest us. She want to arrest all of us. Put us all in the clink clank. All right. So who is it on? Is it on the judge? Is it on
No,
So you.
the prosecution rested with her card. It's on you.
I did mine. I was the last one to talk, I thought.
No, the prosecution rested
The
on a card.
prosecution rested with her card reading.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was it.
Yes.
Hold that. Core that. All right. So my defense again is that if you do not have a bestie, a best friend, a like sister, and a gynecologist in one, that's your bad. Why you mad? Why you mad? You ain't got a gynecologist in your family. You mad? Why are you mad that you gotta go pay for a pap smear and the best friend said, sis, put me on by myself. Put me on by myself. I don't need these girls. I don't need none of them. Put me on by myself. Put me on.
Nauseous.
Back to what I was saying. Why are y'all mad that I got a best friend? No, why are y'all mad that my client has a best friend, a sister wife with no benefits, and a gynecologist all wrapped into one? Why are we mad? It's a win-win-win for me if I was her, but I'm not. So I really feel like the prosecution is really, I feel like it's a lot of hate going on. You mad because my client, Mia, has a best friend that she had her husband buy a Porsche for or put the down payment for because he got it like that? Sounds like a lot of hate going on for me. I just what it sounds like for me. I'm just saying. Like I said, best friend, sister wife, gynecologist, mad. You're mad you don't have it. You're mad you don't have it. And it's okay. It's okay. You mad that you have to sit with a whole yeast infection and you ain't got nobody with a flashlight and some tongs going in your stuff. You mad. So anyway, all I'm saying is Mia and G love each other. And if they love Mia's best friend like a sister wife without the benefits, who's it hurting? You? Me? Not hurt me. I ain't hurt. I ain't got no wounds. I ain't licking no wounds. I'm not doing none of that. All I know is the love is real. And not only is the love real, Jacqueline benefited. She got a Porsche, my favorite car, the one I'm striving to get to. I'm like, me. That's what I'm trying to do. So all I'm saying is find your best friend and a husband that loves you more than life enough to support you, the wife, and the best friend. No harm, no foul. Defense rests.
Oh, child. With that being said, we are going to call on our expert.
Please.
Are you here, court expert in defense? Are you here for the defense or the prosecution?
The prosecution, and because I've submitted evidence to you, I would ask if I could be on the screen by myself as I give it.
Ooh.
If it suits you, Your Honor.
I'm dead in the water, y'all. Good night. I'm dead in the water, y'all.
Will we be able to add one more charge to her? Peeping at a creamy crotch? I would like to add that charges to Mia because peeping at a creamy crotch should be, she should be brought up on charges.
That's how you get fresh. Just saying. And I know that from a guy from college who told me about a girl, child, and I'm not that girl. It was a mess, honey. Judge, as I want to ask a question, as I call upon my evidence, will you be able to put it on the screen for me, please?
Yes, ma'am. And we're adding peeping at a creamy crotch to the charges.
Yes. Should be there. Okay. First and foremost,
Judge, I'm not prepared for the creamy. I'm not prepared for the creamy charge. Like, I need time to prepare. Judge, hello? You gonna throw a charge? You gonna hold up? I don't understand. Creamy charge on my client, and I don't have time to prepare.
Mia, but she wanted a dollop of Daisy.
You made it that we can present it before the court when you introduced the tongs and the gynecology. So I suggest while the court expert is giving their testimony, you come up with something to defend it.
Hold on, give me 1 second. 1
You see
second.
what I'm doing, right? Y'all see what I'm doing, right? Go ahead.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Talk to my sister.
She needs to be brought up on charges because peeping at a creamy crotch, that could get you 3 to 5. 3 to 5 yeast infections, that is.
What about that pimento cheese that young got?
Carly Red, not Carly Red Cooch. Not a Carly Red Cooch. Allegedly.
Your Honor, I'm back. I'm back, Your Honor. Sorry.
Okay, so we're not an objection from the audience.
You don't get to object, audience.
Okay.
She wanted a dollop of Daisy. She was down there trying to get a dollop of Daisy.
Let's put the court expert on trial on screen. Go ahead.
Okay, Your Honor, I would like to call the first piece of evidence I sent you. Could you please bring it up? Please, please, please. I beg of you. Because it's going to go into what I said. So as I'm waiting for the first piece of key evidence, I would like to point out that they admitted to giving her money. Jacqueline, Gordon, and Mia admitted to giving her money for her Porsche because they knew it would help her as she was spending tons of money trying to get out of a bad situation. Now, you could call that being a good friend. You could call that whatever you want, but I don't know anyone who's going to give you the down payment for a Porsche. I don't. She showers with Mia. Now, it has been said that they showered together, to save money, save the environment, because the husband doesn't like, hot water. However, that is a complete and utter story because the husband said, I like hot water too. I like the same temperature you like in the shower. So they do shower together and they might be doing other things in the shower. Who are we to judge? Just don't lie about it. She used G's razor. Now, it was the razor he used on his testicles. Yes, it's the razor he uses for his testicles. She used that razor. And when I say she, I mean Jacqueline, the third in this throuple. She used his razor.
Excuse me 1 second. I just wanted to show the court that I have all of my children with me. Not the dog. I wasn't trying to show the dog. I was trying to show all my bonus baby.
Hey, cousins.
All 4 of the cousins here that y'all be asking about the cousins, the whole tribe, including the dog. Can you please get his Wheatie bird out the screen? I just want y'all to see. And y'all always hear me talk about for just 1 second. Y'all always hear me talk about my bonus baby, and she goes to LSU, and I'm an LSU mom. Here's my bonus baby that goes to LSU. We are greatly taking cash apps because she needs food when she go back. We are greatly taking cash apps.
Broke college student. Thank you.
She broke because all our money go to tuition and dorm fees.
Broke to make my family proud.
Broke to make us proud, and she gonna take care of her little brother dog because she want to be a veterinarian. Okay, so y'all go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, send to the cash app. Whatever y'all send to the cash app tonight, I'm sending it to her. So when she go back to school, she ain't got to call me and ask me for no money and no groceries. I'm just saying. I mean, she going to have it regardless because she going to make it. I know she going to have some food. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. Donate. Y'all love me. I ain't got the wish list yet, but y'all been asking me what I wanted. What I want, y'all can send the cash app, and I can send my baby back to LSU with some money in her pocket. That's what we do.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead, prosecution. Expert witness.
Come on.
Back to the brief intermission from seeing the cousins. Hey, cousins. She never explicitly said she didn't sleep with Gordon. She never said that. She said, ask Mia. She never explicitly said that she didn't sleep with that man. Now, we all know that if you didn't sleep with someone, you just be like, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I don't know why you're questioning me. It didn't happen. She said, ask the wife, which leads us to believe that there's something else going on between them. Mia looked at her vagina. She is now being prosecuted for looking at a creamy crotch. Yeah. She looked at her vagina with these. See? These things right here? She used these to open it up and look at it. See? These are tongs. These are tongs. She opened it up, whoop, and looked at it. She went searching. She went finding. She went looking over, the rocks, the river, the sea, the ocean, to look inside the creamy vagina. Okay, and that is how you get thrush. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. She used these to look inside. I want y'all to know that you are not supposed to do that. Don't use these. Okay, these are not forceps. These are not forceps. You cannot use these. Okay, she's not an OBGYN. She does not have that credit to her name. She did not go to school for that. You cannot use these tongs, these right here. Don't use these to look at someone's vagina. Okay? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. You can't. That's how people get vaginosis. Yes, bacteria vaginosis. That's how that happens. One of the reasons. Where was I? Mia and G have both admitted to like to play with other people. They truly do. They have admitted to doing it in on the beach in Miami while he was married. They've admitted to doing it in a bathroom at the Waffle House, which is just like, why would desecrate the Waffle House like that? You need help. Mia also admitted that she and G played with Peter Thomas, his current girlfriend, right before they got married, the day before, and she sang at the wedding as Mia was coming down the aisle. So they are known to like to play with others and bring other people into the bedroom because Mia does like to, she likes to watch. She's a voyeur. Where am I? Mia's called Jacqueline a sister wife without benefits. However, once the judge brings up my evidence, I can also tell you what's going on in all these pictures. And then, last but not least, Sunday, Mia said that her, Jacqueline, and Gordon are like a s'more. Her and Jacqueline are the chocolate and the marshmallow inside. I believe Jacqueline is supposed to be the chocolate and Mia is supposed to be the marshmallow. And she is like, Gordon is like the graham cracker. So he's keeping you both snug and tug, right as a bug, on both sides of y'all. And there's only one of him. It makes no sense. You see, this is when she first comes in. He has his arm behind her back. She has her arm behind his back, and they do a little hug. And it's just like, you see, the pelvises are just a little too close to each other. Not touching each other, just a little too close to each other. Judge, if you could show where they are sitting down, please and thank you. Yes, the vagina. That's how you get it. Listen, as I'm waiting. Yes. So, yes, the vagina. Yes. As you can see, she's asking, did you help me with the payment? And yes, he admits to it. And do you see how close they are to one another? Do you see? Only thing separating them is this pillow. And once they move the pillow, because you see his arm is like, the elbow is touching the pillow, and he's just looking at her like, girl, I'm going to sock you up like a biscuit. That's what's happening. Judge, if you could show the picture of them sitting down next to each other at the restaurant, that would be so helpful. That would be very helpful. You see this? This is Jacqueline and Gordon sitting next to each other at a restaurant. Across from them, what you don't see, is Mia sitting across from them. Here's the issue with this. Why is it that she's sitting next to Mia's husband and not next to Mia? It is because they're a throuple, and she switches off whoever she's going to sit by when it comes to being in their relationship. That day, she had to sit next to him. When it's just her and Mia, she sits next to her. Or she sits across her in a very romantic, loving way, like, hi, baby, how you doing today? This makes no sense. And this is where we got she's a sister wife without the benefits. I would also like to bring up that Mia has told Jacqueline multiple times that she could marry G if anything had happened to Mia. I would also like to bring up the pictures of Mia and Jacqueline together, please. This is them. Don't they look like a couple? Don't they look like a couple? They look like a little pretty, pretty brown skin couple. This right here is saying we're a power couple, and after, we get done with this event, we're going to go lick boxes, and we're going to kitty click, and we're going to 69, and we're going to show you girls how to really do it. And we might have a camera in the room just to show off what we do, because we got skills, because that's how skilled we are. Your Honor, I believe I submitted, maybe 2 or more photos. I think I have 2 more left. I believe. Yes, it's the one where she is sitting on the couch looking at him. Oh, no. Before we get to the one sitting on the couch looking at him, this is what Mia looks like without makeup. And even without makeup, Gordon and Jacqueline still want to touch that. They want to lick it, touch it, stick it. They want to do whatever. I think they pour hot, chocolate and honey all over her. Who knows? Judge, could you also show the picture of what Mia used to look like? Yes, this is what Mia used to look like. You see her with the natural curly, it look a little ginger. Yes, that's what she used to look like. And this is what she looks like currently in a denim bustier. Past, present. Well, technically speaking, both of these are the past because she doesn't look like this anymore. And Judge, as the last piece of evidence, can you show them sitting next to each other and they're looking at one another? I would appreciate that so much. So much. I appreciate that so much. Yes. You see, Jacqueline's just looking at it like, hey, Gordon, like, tell the people you didn't give me any money for my down payment, but you really gave me money for my down payment. And as you can see, Mia's over there looking just a little bit like, now look at my two people, okay? After the cameras leave, we're gonna get into it. They are a throuple based off the evidence. That is all I have presented. That I sent to the judge. And I would also like to show this one more time. These tongs. Judge, if it pleases the court, I would like to show the tongs just one more time. You see these? You see these? These are the tongs she used to look at her vagine. Okay? She used... I want y'all to see this. See? They're closed. She slid this down. She went look into the vagine. She was eye level with it because you got to get eye level with it. She spread these and then she spread it like forceps, but these aren't forceps. You're not supposed to use these, okay? You're not. And then she went looking and searching and finding with her flashlight. And you're not supposed to do that because you're not a licensed gynecologist. And all I want to know is, why would you look at a creamy crotch when maybe you don't know that you can get threshed that way? And that is all my evidence. I am done, Your Honor. I have presented everything that I have for this case. It's just a lot, Your Honor. It's a lot, but then I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the people that you had to be subjected to all of this.
And with that being said, we're going to allow the defense to make their final statement.
I'm the prosecution. Cutie's the defense. But my final
the prosecution, Jesus help me.
Oh, the prosecution. We need to prosecute her for digging in Jacqueline's creamy crotch with one of these things, and I hope she didn't use the metal one because the metal one could give her a extra bacteria infection. Like Ranting said earlier, it definitely can give her BB and she'll be creaming and itching all over the place. So I hope she used this. I hope she used the plastic disposable ones when she reached up her stink, mucusy, creaming crotch and peeked in there. It's disgusting. I want her to go down for this. I want her to go down for having a crater face. I want her to go down for rearranging her face. And now she looks like that when she looked.
Madam Defense.
All that was on mute. I know.
Yeah, I'm about to say we need you to refresh because we can't hear you, love.
Okay. What I was saying was they all need to go down. I want Mia to go down for digging in her crotch with one of these. And I hope she didn't use one of these. I hope she used this one because this one could give her an extra infection. Like Ranting said, it can also give her BB and she'll be creaming and stinking all over the place. And I want Mia to go down for having a crater face And for sitting there bringing this woman into her marriage, it's disgusting. And I want Gordon to go down for sitting around allowing this to happen. And they need to go down for having intercourse in the Waffle House bathroom. It's just nasty in that bathroom. And then she probably had her fake ass like against the wall and then spreading her new coochie. It was just a mess. And I expect all three of them to go down for all this nastiness, and especially Jacqueline. How dare you ask someone to look up your creamy crotch without the specific credentials that it takes to look up a creamy crotch? It's disgusting on every level, and I expect the judge to side in my favor and just put an end to this.
And with that being said, we will now hear from the defense. Defense, are you ready to give your closing arguments?
I am ready, Judge.
Okay, go ahead.
Like I said earlier, everyone cannot have a friend, a sister, and a gynecologist in one. Is it our fault that my defendant, Mia, who owns the she has a degree in neuromuscular massage therapy, right? So is it her fault that she knew early on that she was going to be touching bodies and things, and that her best friend allowed her to because she had a little creamy situation? It's Mia's fault because her best friend allowed her to take the small tongs that the prosecutor put in their exhibit, you know what I'm saying? That part, and their little thing. So you're saying it's Mia's fault for being intuitive early enough to know that she was going to be dealing with people's bodies? Is that what we're saying? Yeah, we're not saying that because she's a clinic. She's the director of clinics. So really, Jacqueline is to be thanked. She's to be thanked for letting her bestie dive in to the sushi board. Because when she did that, it also allowed Mia Thornton to get the courage, the indignation to go into massage therapy. Maybe not for the vajayjay or the penile, but just for the body. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying thank you, Jacqueline, for being a participant to allow Mia to use the tongs and look up in your vajayjay and know that she had a gift. This girl has opened up so many therapy offices for massages for the body. The vajayjay is a massage part of the body. The penile is a part of the body. So why are we going to throw the book at Mia Thornton because Jacqueline let her experiment and be the gynecologist she thought she really wanted to be? And she ended up becoming a massage neuromuscular therapist. I mean, it's more to be said about that. The clinics that she opened up, the people that she see. Never mind that she saw the yogurt, the cottage cheese, the Carly Red syndrome. Never mind she saw that in Jacqueline. Never mind that. The bigger picture is that she's an entrepreneur. She owns her own business. All I'm saying is there has to be something said for Mia opening up all these clinics stemming from the first time she ever looked up in her best friend's vajayjay. People, I don't know who you are. I don't know who's in can hear me, but all I do know is there's no guilt. There's no guilt in looking up somebody's vajayjay to find out your real purpose in life is to open up a therapy, physical therapy, a massage therapist office. There's no defense rest. I rest.
And with that being said, we're going to go ahead into an automatic judgment for the night.
Fair. The crab claws are not fair. The crab claws are not. That's persuading the jurors. That is persuading the judge.
Can I ask the
Wait, all I hear is we are the crabs.
Was that presented?
Are the crabs?
Was it presented?
Can I ask the expert a question?
Please, bailiff, please, can you?
Go ahead and ask the question. I'll allow it.
I would love to know, how do you know that a yeast infection can give you a thrust in your mouth?
Because when I worked at the front desk, people would tell me their business, and a guy told me how he was, licking the vagina of a girl, and he thought her tampon popped out, and it wasn't. And he went to the doctor because he was like sick, and he had thrush in the mouth. She had a yeast infection. She had a yeast infection. He went down, and he ended up getting thrush.
Did he beat her ass?
No, these type of people. Caucasians. I went to a PWI. It was some Caucasians.
Oh my God, he probably was yelling it too, but his tongue all wide because the persuasion people tongue is wide, so they be like, like, oh my God, they probably came back.
We're going to table that so we can get back on track.
Oh my God, I'm sick now.
I'm ready with an instant verdict. The verdict for tonight is I find these people a throuple. I find them guilty on all offenses. I feel like they have definitely been swapping bodily fluids. And they have definitely been doing it with the down payment of Porsches and the taking showers together. And the fact that this couple likes to have other people in their bedroom. Meanwhile, the wife picked them out and watched. And the wife have already picked her successor in the untimely event of her early demise. I find them guilty. I find them a throuple. I sentenced them to $15 million, which they cannot back because as of new evidence presented to the court, they just had to move out of their rental that they did $65,000 of upgrades in. They just had to recently move out of that, okay, and then turn around and rent something else because they are no longer bosses, because they are no longer jointed in the joint chiropractic. If they has been disjointed. So with that being said, I still sentence them to $15 million, 335 years just for us seeing Gordon's tongue sticking out his mouth and wagging at the grand dame. Okay. 335 years behind bars, and not only behind bars, in solitary confinement because he's nasty and she's a liar. And we also sentenced them after the 335 years to making license plates and licking the grass.
I didn't mind to say California Cutie on mine.
Licking the grass and not the ass.
Next case, the final case for the night.
Judge, can I say something?
Will the judge say?
Yeah, real quick.
And remember, people, you do not use these to go look at the vagina. You will get bacteria vaginosis. No. Okay, this is a no. These are used for food and grilling.
I can't do with these two.
But they can use these plastic ones. You can go to Family Dollar. Family Dollar had these on sale. They were $2 for $1. It was 4 in a pack, and you can use these. So these are more economical, and these are more safe for the vagine. These can just slide right up, and you can use your hand to expand the vagine when you're trying to look for coffee creamer or queso papa.
And
like if you want to be a Mia,
and also
use the
remember,
plastic ones.
Also remember, these do have serrated edges, so they will cut up the inside of the vagine if that is what you're doing.
My cool.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you now. Don't you do it. There's gonna be slicing. Don't do it.
And with that being said, the last case.
Mm.
The last case.
Let's see what it is.
The night.
Big wheels keep on turning.
May the court rise. We will now preside over the case of Giselle Gizzard-Neck, the author of Confusion. Thank God I can put in the words because I can't see all the words. But now, Judge, we're ready. We're ready for y'all to open up the case.
This case is the court case of Giselle Gizzard-Neck Bryant being the author of Confusion. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let the prosecution render her opening statements towards Giselle one Gizzard-Neck, also aka Neck of Karma, Bryant being the author of Confusion. Go ahead with opening statements.
We the people, we bring Giselle Gizzard-Neck up for prosecution due for making up stories. She's known to tell what I would like to call gazables. These are tales that's made up from her imaginary mind due to her gizzard necks. Sometimes when you start to grow 4 or 5 necks, you start to imagine things. And that's exactly what's happening to Giselle here. Giselle has known to have the rings of Saturn on her neck. She has been known to walk around slinkified. And by slinkified, I know if you grew up in the 80s, you know what a slinky looks like. Her neck. So therefore, we're bringing up on charges for authorizing and constructing a whole damnation on the whole housewives by making up lies and confusing people. And we don't know which ones to believe. We look in her green eyes and sometimes we want to believe her, but we have to know people with green eyes can sometimes be deceitful. And in this case, this is Giselle Bryant. She's lied about having a man. She's lied about having one cohesive house. She's even lied about having her hair done. She's lied, and made up stories. So we would like to put these gazables to bed forever. Thank you.
And now we will hear opening statements from the defense attorney.
Judge, can you tell me what a gazebo is? I'm trying to figure out what a gazebo is. Anywho,
I cannot render any statements against the prosecution. Go ahead.
okay, I don't know what a gazebo is. But anyway, I am the defense attorney for Giselle Gizzard-Neck, period. Bryant. So, my client is being accused of being the author of Confusion. How can a woman of God, once upon a time, be an agent of chaos? You ask. She couldn't. She just could not. She's an ex-first lady. She's an ex-first lady, y'all. You know, the pastor's wife. That would be Giselle. So you're telling me that the ex-wife of a pastor, the ex-first lady of a church, is an agent of chaos? Is an author of confusion? Could not be. And when I defend my client today and throw the mercy upon the court, y'all too will see why Giselle, Gizerneck, Saturn rings, the ring of necks, Brian is not guilty.
Defense attorney, go ahead.
Me? I just finished.
Prosecution.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we know that Giselle Bryant has been known to lie, aka Gizzard Neck. She has been lying since the beginning of the show. She lied and said she was in a relationship with her ex-husband. She's lied and said that the gentleman didn't dump her, the one that was caught with a prostitute in the park, allegedly. She said so many lies on the show. She's also stated that she felt uncomfortable with Chris and that she felt some type of way. But meanwhile, she stayed in his face. She stayed eating his food. She stayed wanting to eat his food. But now he's flirting with her and she felt uncomfortable. I'm here to prove that these are straight up and down gazebos. And as the defense asks, what's a gazebo? A gazebo? A gazebo is a fairy tale made up by Giselle. It is a fable by Giselle. Gazebos. These are these stories that she makes up in her head, these imaginary stories that sometimes even her own children has to come and shake some reality into her. She walks around like her whole house is cohesive, like it's a palace, when we know it's a build a house. She's living in a fantasy world, a fairy tale land. Nothing she says is true. She's making up stories and she needs to be stopped. These stories can destroy lives. She's not only destroying her neck, she's destroying other people's lives. She's destroying her own ankles, aka kinkles. She's destroying Robin's life by holding her on a leash. She's destroying everything. And we want to put this to bed once and for all.
Defense.
Light skin privilege is real. Green eye privilege is real. My client's whole defense is that she's too beautiful and her eyes are too green to be an agent of chaos. Don't get mad, Judge. I need a defense. I gotta have one. So my client only looks out for her. Not only do my client looks out for herself, but what's wrong with using her best friend, Sasquatch, Orange Monster from the Bugs Bunny cartoon, her partner in crime? Is it Giselle's neck fault for knowing that she can use her best friend to do and puppeteer some things? So you guys are really mad that my client, Giselle, can use her looks, her pretty privilege, her light skin privilege, her green eye privilege. You're mad. Let me get this straight. You're mad. The people. You guys are mad because she's pretty and first lady, and she can manipulate people to, what the hell is the defense doing? I'm saying you guys are mad at the fact that Giselle is able to move around in these streets the way she does because other people find her attractive, beautiful, I'm trying to find the guilt in that. There's no guilt in being beautiful. There's no guilt in being a first lady, ex-first lady.
I object, Your Honor. I object.
No.
There is guilt in having a slinky for a neck. And I want this to be ordered for her to wear to lift this neck up, because once her neck gets lifted, the lies will be lifted. Every lie she tells, another ring appears. So therefore, I am employing on the court and the judge to order for her to wear rings to pull the neck up so we could pull up the lies. Pull them up.
Are you done? Because no matter what, from the rings and up, she's beautiful. From the rings down, she might not be that attractive to everyone. But the rings up, she's okay. Okay? So you guys are making her an agent of chaos because the ring of necks around her, because she can wear the long chokers. Because she can wear the long chokers. You guys are mad. Mm-hmm. Because you guys can't wear the long chokers. Because you guys can't wrap things around your fucking neck.
I object again, Your Honor, because she can't wear long chokers. The chokers will get tangled in one of those necks. The chokers will actually be tangled in one of those necks. So I definitely object. She cannot wear chokers. She can't wear anything around her neck until she wears one of those.
I object that you are objecting to what I'm saying. So anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. Is my defense is green eyes, light skin is privilege, and it should be such. She does no wrong because she's light skinned with green eyes. Period. Where have you guys been living for the rest of? How long? I would love to ask the jurors and the people in the chat. How long have you been alive to not know that light-skinned, green-eyed privilege is real? If you guys are not, I don't know what it is.
First of all, I'm going to call both attorneys to approach the bench because one, we will not have antics and props in the court about the prosecution.
This is a medical device.
And secondly,
look, I can't be
having the defense attorney.
I cannot help light skinned and green eyed. Judge, I cannot help that she was light skinned and green eyed. What do you want me to do?
That has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. It's privilege.
You are called
Judge. Do you not understand what privilege? So you're telling me you don't know about privilege? You don't know about light skin privilege? What do you talk? Okay. Oh, you know what? Go ahead. Go do you.
Okay. Judge. Because what I have to say has nothing to do with her being light skinned and green eyed, and have everything to do that I need you to know that you address the jury that is non-existent, because we don't have any jury for this trial. It's just a judge trial. Your client opted out of a jury trial.
That's the problem here.
And chose to be,
with all due respect, Judge,
judged by the judge.
Because my client does not have a juror of her peers, light-skinned, green-eyed people.
I
need light-skinned, green-eyed people in the jury.
Juror of her peers. This is not a jury trial. This is a judge trial.
As a defense attorney,
so you're saying you're unprepared.
No. I think you don't understand.
You're saying you're unprepared because you didn't know that you were coming.
I don't think you understand how light-skinned privilege works.
That has nothing to do with it. I need you to answer my question. Are you saying that you were unprepared to come before the judge?
I see what it is.
Was a jury trial?
I don't have green eyes. I will go throw my contacts in real quick.
At this point, I am declaring a mistrial. This case is hereby rendered a mistrial. We will not have a verdict because the judge, the defense attorney, clearly does not know who her audience is. And with that being said, night court is being brought to an end. I hope you guys
so much evidence.
but hold it for next week because we will retry this case next
They
week
have to, because light skin privilege is a thing.
with the jury
You know,
of the
privilege
peers.
is a thing.
Her necks
Please,
and herself, her and her neck
Since
is back
the
on
defense
the docket.
attorney,
Put your
and
chin
I-
strap. Put your chin strap away, prosecutor. It means nothing
A
here.
medical
defense
device.
attorney, I suggest, since you're going to have a jury trial, I suggest you get someone up here to help you with your defense, which means we may be having a special guest next week. And with that being said, we hope you all have enjoyed All Rise, the night court, the most ratchet court in the land, where we will judge celebrities and either sentence them or let them free. You all have a good night. Everybody's channel has a link in the description box. Click it and subscribe on all channels. We love y'all. See y'all next Thursday for All Rise.